where Medina Valley is getting set to take on the Uvalde Coyotes. I'm Jared Lucky along with Maury Stein. Jeff Stivers here as well. And getting set for looks like it could be a sloppy night of football. The field is very, very sloppy right now. It's not raining anymore, but the field's tore up from the JV game yesterday. And
we did the game here yesterday, Jared. I always do the whatever games on Thursday night. And we were actually, me and my brother were actually waiting for a call to see if they were still going to play the game, because at about 1:30 it started raining and it poured over 2 inches here in the Medina Valley area. And there was water standing in certain spots on the field, as you can see at the 35-yard line, which is right where the kicker's going to stand and start motioning towards the ball. That is wet. And then you can kind of see where the teams were practicing. And they really, really tore up the field. And the strange thing about it is in the second half we had a running clock just to prevent the field from getting tore up. And it still got tore up because, we are one of the only fields in the state that has still the natural turf, which I like it to a certain extent. I think it's still the old style. But in situations like this in Texas where it has rained that much, Jared, the field is going to come into play a lot tonight, and I think it's going to favor Medina Valley.
Yeah, and as Maury said, if you look at the field, it's really at both 30, 35-yard lines on both sides of the field is the sloppiest part of the field. But like Maury said, I think that favors Medina Valley because of the type of offense that they run. The one thing that could come into play the big time is going to be the footing. Players slipping and stuff, maybe put a knee down early on some plays where they might have a big gain ahead of them, but slip down to that knee and plays dead.
I sure would not want to face Bernie Champion's quarterback or Bernie Greyhound's quarterback tonight on fields like this when he knows where his receivers are going to be. They would have a tremendous advantage tonight, a passing team on a field like this, because they know where they're going to be and the defense is going to be backpedaling and having to make a cut. So with that said, the Panthers, I don't, what we've talked to the coaches before the game, I don't see Uvalde passing that much, but that may be something they implement in their offense to try to keep the Medina Valley front four, because we know how dominant the front four can be. They have been pretty solid all year round, especially since they all made their visit on the sports show.
Yep.
It has been totally different. So I feel like the game is going to be won and lost by the offensive lines and the defensive lines of both teams establishing the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think you're right, Maury. It is homecoming here tonight for the Panthers. Uvalde's come in. They're 0-3 in district play. Medina Valley 3-0 in district. Medina Valley 5-1 overall on the season. Medina Valley coming off a 42-7 victory against Kennedy last Thursday at Edgewood Veterans Stadium. We will be back at Edgewood Veterans Stadium next Thursday when Medina Valley faces Memorial. That is a Thursday night game. I want to make sure everybody remembers that, and we'll say that a couple of times throughout the broadcast just to remind everyone that that's a Thursday game. But the game here at hand, Medina Valley and Uvalde, sloppy field that they're going to have to deal with. It's homecoming here tonight. There's going to be a good crowd on hand for Medina Valley, and I know that I got here right around 6 o'clock, and those gates were already packed, people trying to get in the ball game.
And that's a good sign, because I got here a little before that just to kind of get set up and stuff in the press box here, and they were waiting in line 7 or 8 deep already when I got here before 6 o'clock. So the buzz is back here at Medina Valley. Jared mentioned that we are 3-0 in district. We are tied with Kerrville, Tivy, and Alamo Heights are all 3-0. Every team is 5-1 in district play. 5-1 overall, 3-0 in district play. The top three, Medina Valley, Kerrville, Tivy, and Alamo Heights. The closest one to that is 1-2, and that's the Bernie Chargers. And Lockhart, the big game tonight is going to be Lockhart and Alamo Heights at Lockhart. Lockhart's in a do-or-die situation. They lose, they fall 4 games back with 3 games left. They have no chance at even sniffing the crown, and they have a very slim chance of making the playoffs. So that's one game that Jared and I along with Jeff Stivers, who's running the board, will keep y'all,
Yeah.
try to keep y'all updated on the score, because the other games, and we're not harping on any other teams, but I don't see anybody having any problems with Memorial or Kennedy.
No, you're right. And you still have the thing is, Heights still has to play Kerrville. They'll play them before Medina Valley gets either team. And then the last 2 games of the year, Medina Valley gets Alamo Heights here at home, and then they travel to Tybee. So you're set up. You've been building each game, getting better, and I think that favors Medina Valley having those tougher 2 teams the last 2 games of the season, because you're able to improve week in and week out, getting to those games, and that's what Medina Valley's done. We've seen them improve week after week, and hopefully, here against Uvalde, they'll put it all together. I know that the Coyotes put up 28 points against Kerrville Tybee. Tybee put up 56 against them. I would like to see Medina Valley limit them to less points than what they got against Tybee, just to kind of I think that helps them a lot.
And you really don't know when Uvalde scored those points. Was it in mop-up time when Tybee had their second and third teamers out there and Uvalde was still trying to put up points just to make it respectable? But regardless of what happened, well, Medina Valley should take care of business tonight and should take care of business next Thursday against Memorial. Regardless what happens with that game against Alamo Heights, Medina Valley will go into that last game against Kerrville Tybee with championship aspirations in tow, because Medina Valley has beaten 2 of the, quote, heavyweights in this district. They've beaten Lockhart, and they've taken care of Bernie champion Chargers here at Medina Valley Field. So the 2 wins against those 2 teams, 2 out of the 5 that are vying for 4 spots, puts Medina Valley in front of Kerrville Tybee and Alamo Heights because of the 2 victories against the 2 teams that are vying for the top 4 spots.
Yeah, you're right, Maury. And we're going to go ahead and take a break real quick, and then we will come back and give you some of the lineup. It's Medina Valley's lineup, and talk a little more about the game. You are listening to Panther Football, and we will continue in just a moment.
At North Park Chevrolet in Castlewood, we offer the most exceptional experience in sales and service. Shop our large new and pre-owned selection with complimentary maintenance on new vehicles, upfront posted pricing, 10-day trade-in appraisal guarantee, and a 48-hour return policy. Our factory-trained technicians will take care of you after the sale with easy menu pricing, courtesy vehicles, and a complimentary car wash with every service. Come see us at 1955 Highway 90 East or call 210-640-3184. Shop us online or schedule service at npchevy.com. Experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway.
Here at Medina Valley Broadcast Network, we love all sports. We currently broadcast football, volleyball, basketball, softball, and baseball. We not only serve Medina Valley, we also can broadcast other schools in the area in multiple sports. If your business is interested in having us broadcast a single game or a season, and you want to be part of the action, contact Jeff Stivers at 830-931-4504 or email him at jeff@mvbn.net.
Headed out to the game? Then make a stop at your local Valley Mart convenience store. With 12 area locations, Valley Mart is always right around the corner. Fuel yourself and your vehicle with quality branded gas and diesel, snacks, and fountain drinks. Always convenient, well lit with clean restrooms. Valley Mart, family owned and operated since 1984, and a proud supporter of Medina Valley athletics and area youth sports for over 30 years.
You're watching Medina Valley Football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
We're back here at Panther Stadium as Medina Valley getting set to take on the Uvalde Coyotes. Broadcast brought to you by North Park Chevrolet. Like to point out and congratulate the volleyball team as they won three sets to none, right? Yes, they did. They won three sets to none, so good win for them. They've already secured a playoff spot. Playoff will be starting in a few weeks. And so girls volleyball looking good. It's been a good year for Medina Valley sports in general, and now the football team looking to improve to 4-0 in district play here tonight at homecoming.
And we also want to talk about Coach Barmia's cross-country team we mentioned last week, and then 2 nights ago at the talk show at Sports for Supper, Sammy said it was a clean sweep by the cross-country team, won every single category from freshman on up to varsity level. So congratulations to Coach Bermea and the cross-country team as well. What this win did for the Panther volleyball team is it secured at least a second-place finish. They could end up in a tie with Southwest. They are one game ahead of Southwest with 2 games to go. Now with 1 game to go, I'm not sure how Southwest fared this evening in their matchup, but Medina Valley won, and they were going to keep at least a 1-game lead over Southwest. Should there be a tie after Tuesday's game, there will be a playoff game Friday at a neutral site. So keep in touch with Panther Sports on MBYBN, Medina Valley Broadcasting Network, for more results in that. And Jared, just looking down at the field, it's a beautiful evening, for football. The wind has kind of died down a little bit. The temperature has warmed up a little bit, which, it's going to be about 68, 67 degrees at kickoff time. No wind blowing, which it's still going to be tough for the kickers to kick the extra points or to try any field goals. And as we look on the field, you had mentioned, Jared, in between the 30 and the 40 on both sides of the field, it is very, very wet. In between the hash marks all the way down the field, you can see patches of dirt and a little bit of moisture. So this sets the tone for James Gibson night tonight here at Medina Valley.
Yeah, and we saw Kennedy against Kennedy last week. Medina Valley ran from the spread most of the game. They went from the shotgun, something we really hadn't seen a whole lot of from them over the course of the year. They did it a couple of times during each game previously, but not consistently. They consistently ran it against Kennedy. Here in this game, I expect Medina Valley to kind of go back to their slot offense the way that they got here most of the season. If they get a lead, they might go back to that spread and see what they can do. But we talked earlier, Maury, about maybe a passing game would be good here in this because the defenders would be at a disadvantage. If Medina Valley can run the ball successfully and get that play action going, Alec Child might be able to have some success throwing the football here against Uvalde if they can get that running game going and use that play action successfully.
Well, we had Coach Alvarado there Wednesday night along with 4 of the 5 starting offensive linemen. We had Spencer Payne at the sports show. We had Mr. Valenzuela there. We had Mr. Villafane there, and we had Josh McAllister. And we asked them each personally what is their favorite player, what is their favorite play to block, and 3 out of the 4 said smash mouth. We want number 45, James Gibson, to just go right on the inside of our hip. We're going to open the lines. We're going to open the lanes for them. And you know what? They're going to get their wish tonight because you're going to see a lot of that. And then to mix that up, you're going to see the trap plays where number 23 excels, 23 and 25. And then you're going to see number 22 try to get number 22 Masters out in space to where we all know if you give him just a sliver of daylight, he can take it to the house. So this field actually sets up exactly for what Medina Valley wants to do on the defensive side of the ball. Jared, do you think Medina Valley might see a little bit more passing from the Uvalde side, which is not one of their norms?
Yeah, I think they'll see a little more from Uvalde than what they've seen against some of the other teams. We thought Champion was going to throw the ball a lot more than what they did, and they ended up running it a lot more with their quarterback. And, I think that Uvalde's going to throw it a little more. We saw Kennedy have a little bit of success throwing the ball last week. That's how they got their touchdown, was a long pass play to set that up. It was toward the end of the game, though. Medina Valley had a big lead, and their secondary was trying to jump that route and make a play on it. I don't think with a smaller lead that he'd be making that play, just try to knock the ball away and make a play. But I would expect Uvalde to throw a little more here. I think that Medina Valley is going to shut down their running game and make them have to throw the football a little more, especially if Medina Valley can get on top of them by a couple of scores.
So your scenario you're saying is the onus tonight on defense is going to be a lot with the secondary trying to keep the receivers in front of them, because you know as well as I do on a wet field, the offensive receivers have the advantage
Yeah.
because they know where they need to be and where they need to make their breaks. The defense needs to react, and on a slick field like tonight, hopefully the Panthers have them long cleats in and be able to dig in and be able to come up there and press the Uvalde receivers.
Yeah, I think that if you throwing the ball out in the flats and the little 5-yard hitch routes and stuff, I think you can pick up some yardage that way, hit a guy quickly and try to turn up field and get those secondary guys, the cornerbacks backing off the ball, stop, get the ball, and try to get upfield. Maybe they'll lose their footing. You never know. That's what I would do offensively in some cases. I try to run and then open it up with a little bit of play action, see if you can draw those guys in. Next thing you're past them, they're trying to recover, slip down, not be able to make those cuts as fast. You never know what you're going to see it with a sloppy field like this.
Well, and it's the same situation if you go to the other side of the ball for Medina Valley. The Uvalde Coyotes have to worry about Ryan McCauley. They have to worry about Garrett Leggett.
Yep.
They have to worry about the big tight end, Aaron Sotelo. And they have to worry about number 22, Masters, coming out of the backfield with the swing passes, because that's what you said. You get any one of those guys out in space, and any one of those four can take it to the house.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially as big a frame as Leggett has and Sotelo has. They're not as quick as McCauley, but we've seen before that they can go up and get the ball away from the smaller defenders. And then you go to number 22, Masters, you just get him out in space, and he's dangerous.
Yeah, he is. You're right, Maury. And we're going to go ahead and take another break real quick, and then we'll be back. You're listening to Panther Football, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet, and we will continue in just a moment.
Let's get social. Like Medina Valley Broadcast Network on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at MDBroadnet and visit the official website at mvbn.net. Get the latest and join the conversation about all things Medina Valley sports. Come on, let's talk.
Security State Bank has one simple goal: to be the best bank possible to the families and businesses of South Texas. We believe in superior customer service, active community involvement, fair and honest business ethics, and loyalty. We've been in Castroville for a year now, and we've enjoyed growing with you. Come by 1726 Highway 90 East or call us at 830-538-9898. A real person will answer, because that's how we do business, with common courtesy and uncommon service. Bank online at securitystbk.com. Security State Bank, South Texas. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. From the time our alarm clock rings in the morning to when we turn the lights off at night, electricity plays an important role in our lives. But most of the time, we don't even think about it. And you don't have to, because the employees at Medina Electric Cooperative are behind the scenes making sure you get reliable, affordable electricity delivered to your house or business. Your cooperative is here for you, and we have been since 1938. Connect with Medina Electric on Facebook, Twitter, or at medinaec.org.
You're watching Medina Valley Football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
We're back here at Panther Stadium. Medina Valley getting set to take on Uvalde. And Maury, do you have the starting lineups tonight?
Yes, I sure do. I have the starting lineups for your Medina Valley Panthers. I was unable to get one for the Uvalde Coyotes. I could not get a coach to confirm. But for the Panthers, we usually start with the offense, but we're going to start with the defensive side of the ball tonight. At the tackles, senior number 88, Still Perry, and junior number 58, Trace Ferguson. At the defensive ends, you have senior number 44, Isaac Santos, and senior number 21, Dylan Fillinger. At linebackers, junior number 34, Taylor Weir, junior number 28, Grant Snyder, and junior number 1, Dawson Grove. Corners tonight will be number 5, Tanner Bippert, and senior number 42, Dante Henry. You will also see Chris Solis in there as well in the cornerback spot. And at strong safety, you have number 99, junior Charlie Marsh, and at free safety, number 12, Cole Modulin. On the offensive side of the ball, at center, you have junior number 60, Spencer Payne. At strong guard, you have number 54, Nathan Trammell. At quick guard, number 52, Josh Valenzuela. At strong tackle, senior number 53, Edward Roya. And at quick tackle, senior number 74, Jonah Barra. At tight end, you have number 80, Aaron Sotelo. At wide receiver, number 7, Garrett Leggett. At swingman, number 25, Jacob Salas. Fullback is number 45, James Gibson. And halfback senior, number 22, Logan Masters. You will also see number 23, Wesley Pardo in there. And at quarterback, number 10, Alex Child. Doing the place kicking tonight for the Panthers, as always, will be junior number 1, Dawson Grove. And the punter will be senior number 10, Alex Child. Those are the starting lineups for your Medina Valley Panthers.
Yeah, and as Maury said, we couldn't get a coach to confirm Uvalde's starting lineup. So,
and a lot of times that's the case because they think we up here are going to spread something to the coaching staff that they don't already know. You're not going to get much by this coaching staff.
No,
I'm telling you.
They've scouted them well, and they know what's going on here. So
little gamesmanship going on, but that's okay.
And with that, we're going to go ahead and take one more break here before they do the national anthem, and then we'll come back with a break for it. You're listening to Panther Football, and we'll continue in just a moment.
Service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you. Double T Outfitters offers deer, dove, turkey, quail, and exotic hunts in Southwest Texas on over 20,000 low-fenced acres. They facilitate professional guide services, lodging, and fantastic meals while providing the best in Southwest hunting. Contact Double T Outfitters to find out details about their current package hunts. Contact owner Brett Ferguson at 210-413-1597 or online at doubleThunting.com. You're watching Medina Valley Football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
We're back here at Panther Stadium as both teams not quite out on the field yet, but they're getting set to run out on the field here in a little while. We still got about eight or so minutes left until game time. It is homecoming here this evening, and Uvalde will come in here 0-3 in district, looking for their first district win. They've had kind of the worst of it so far this year. Them, Kennedy, and Memorial, all three looking for their first district wins. I believe all of them are 0-3 in district. As we talked about earlier in the broadcast, Tivy, Heights, and Medina Valley, all 3-0 in district play, and you have Lockhart and Bernie Champion down there fighting for that last spot at the moment. But, you know, there's a lot of season left. You got 4 games left, including tonight. You still got Tivy and Heights at the end of the year. Champion's still got to play Alamo Heights. So, you know, there's a lot of things that could happen still in this district. It is not over by any means.
No, and the Panthers actually right now, Jared, are sitting prettier than anybody else in the district because they've taken care of 2 out of the 5 teams that are vying for the 4 spots. They have had a victory over Lockhart and had a victory over Bernie Chargers. And Lockhart was a big victory, but the win here against Bernie Champion was a clincher right there because that put Medina Valley 2-0 heading into the bye week. It put the Bernie Chargers 0-2. It put the Panthers 2 games ahead of the Chargers already after 2 games in the district play and a head-to-head matchup against them. So right now the Panthers have the inside track at this district championship with wins over Lockhart
and Champion
already.
Yep.
Take care of business the next 2 weeks. Take care of Uvalde. Take care of Memorial, which they should do.
Yep.
We need to get through them unscathed with a full, healthy lineup ready to go for them last 2 games against Alamo Heights and Kerrville-Tivy because both of those are going to have implications of district championship.
Yep.
And it's been a while, Jared,
since Medina Valley's
been even in the mention of a district championship. And you can tell by the crowd. The crowd, it is packed. I know it's homecoming, but I really don't, and I'm not saying that the fans ain't here because of homecoming, but they're here just because of the buzz around the community with with the way that the Panthers have responded so far. It is homecoming. Yes, you might have a few added people in the stands, but they're here for football.
Yeah, and it's getting back to the way it used to be, and we've noticed that game in and game out this year so far. As Maury mentioned earlier, Alamo Heights playing Lockhart tonight. That game is in Lockhart. So that's the big game in district other than here at Medina Valley. You've got Champion playing Kennedy tonight. That game is at Bernie Champion. And then Memorial's playing at Kerrville Tivy tonight, the other game. So Tivy and Champion not with tough games tonight, but that Alamo Heights Lockhart game, that's a big game for Lockhart.
That's win or go home.
Yeah, for Lockhart.
For both of them.
Yep.
If Bernie Champion loses to Lockhart, Lockhart has the advantage coming head-to-head with the victory over them. So that game right there is, I want to say, basically for fourth place.
They're playing Heights, but yeah.
I mean, if they would happen to stumble against Heights, that's going to be tough for them to sneak in.
Yeah, and Alamo Heights right there, 3-0 in district play as well. So Lockhart trying to hand them their first loss. But
and I'm not too sure who I really want to win. It doesn't really matter. Medina Valley has everything out in front of them. Win,
they
and
do.
We're in.
Yeah, you're right. But if Heights does lose, that gives Medina Valley a chance to have a stumble somewhere down the road, because you know that those two games are not going to be easy. Medina Valley has the team, I think, to beat both teams, but it's not going to be an easy game. They're going to be tough-fought games both ways.
And on the other hand, if Alamo Heights beats Lockhart, that pretty much eliminates them completely.
Yep.
So Medina Valley would basically be in with a Lockhart loss and a Medina Valley win tonight.
Yep.
That would be
exactly
three
right.
losses already for Lockhart, and Medina Valley would have the head-to-head matchup because they beat them.
Yep.
In district play already. So
Yep.
It really doesn't matter to me. It's a big game. It's a big game for Lockhart. Panthers need to take it one down at a time, one series at a time here tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Because as we mentioned in the coaches show, talk to Coach both the Sosas after 8 o'clock Mass Sunday, and this is a team that you don't want to let hang around. You need to put them down and put them down early and keep the pedal to the metal.
Yeah, you're right. This is one of those teams that if they hang into this football game, they're going to get more confidence and feel like they have a chance to win, and that's not something you want to do. You see it all the time with games when you come in. I believe they're about a 3-touchdown underdog, 18 points coming into this game. But when you let a team like that hang around, they become more and more dangerous. You got to put them away when you have the chance to put them away.
Absolutely.
And here comes Medina Valley. They're fixing to come out on the field. They do that little thing they do there is Gibson leads them out onto the field as Medina Valley comes out with the American flag in front. Uvalde's already come out onto the field. Medina Valley wearing all black tonight for homecoming. Black jerseys, black pants, black helmets, white numbers on the front. It says Panthers, and the orange logo with the Panther going through it, MV, on the side of the helmets. Uvalde comes out wearing white shirts with gray pants, maroon numbers, a white helmet with a maroon U on the side of it for Uvalde. Their mascot is the Coyote. I've never seen Uvalde wear gray pants before. Usually they're maroon pants that they come out with, but wearing the gray pants here tonight at Medina Valley's homecoming. As both teams have come out on the field, and we are going to go ahead and take a break for the invocation and the national anthem. We will be back with all the play-by-play. You're listening to Panther Football, and we'll continue in just a moment.
Panther sports and news from MVBN.
Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact institution for details.
Tickets, popcorn, and sodas. That'll be $35. Cash or debit?
Debit! I'd like to use my debit card, please. Can I do it?
Okay.
All right! Swiping now!
What if paying with your debit card was always this exciting? Kasasa Cashback is a free checking account that pays you for everyday debit card purchases every month you qualify. Plus, with ATM withdrawal fee refunds nationwide, that's a lot of extra cash to spend on whatever you like.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Community National Bank. Member FDIC.
When you put money in our bank, you started a chain reaction. We made an auto loan. A local car dealer sold a car. A car salesman got a commission. His wife bought groceries. The checker at the supermarket got a paycheck. You made that happen. Thanks. Come home to Castroville State Bank. Member FDIC. Visit us online at castrovillestatebank.com.
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. That's why State Farm agent Hazel Russell and her team are here to help you go for two by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell at 830-931-3441 today. Or stop by her office at 1103 Highway 90 West in Castroville. Medina Valley Pediatrics is the only pediatric clinic in Medina Valley for kids from birth to 21. From sick to well care, ADHD treatment, sports physicals and immunizations, same-day appointments, and 24 hours a day by phone for after-hours emergencies. Most major commercial insurances and Medicaid accepted. Medina Valley Pediatrics, 1028 Country Lane in Castroville. Call 830-355-2732. mv-pediatrics.com.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn better than 3D Landscaping and Irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates, and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial, 3D Landscaping and Irrigation has you covered. Give 3D a call at 830-985-9115 or find us online at threedlandscaping.com.
Sammy's Restaurant and Havy's Alsatian Bakery, two legendary landmarks in Castroville. From breakfast to delicious hometown lunch specials and more, Sammy's satisfies your taste buds with the unique flavor of Castroville. And from fresh baked breads to pies and pastries, South Texans have made Havy's Alsatian Bakery a must-to-visit since 1940. Sammy's Restaurant, online at sammysrestaurant.com. Havy's Alsatian Bakery, online at havysbakery.com.
Once you start banking online, it all just starts to click. You get e-statements, online bill pay, 24/7 access, your whole financial picture right on your screen. Plus, with our bank, you get the local support you need to make it all work. Get clicking with online banking today. Come home to Castroville State Bank. Member FDIC. Visit us online at castrovillestatebank.com.
You're watching Medina Valley Football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
We're back here at Panthers Stadium as the national anthems ended. Both teams just waiting for the coin toss at the 50-yard line, and then we'll be ready to go with this district matchup between Medina Valley and the Uvalde Coyotes. As we mentioned earlier, Medina Valley 3-0 in district play coming into this. Uvalde 0-3, looking for their first district victory here this evening. And Medina Valley looking to stay perfect and go to 4-0 and keep hopes alive for that district championship. The officials for tonight's ball game: referee is Randy Wilson. The umpire is David Bali. The head linesman tonight is Todd Helmer. Line judge is John Miller, and the back judge for tonight's ball game is Carlton Brown. They've been handing us the referee card the last few games, and sometimes you wonder if that's such a good idea when you're I'm just kidding.
We're always polite to the officials.
Oh,
we never question any of their calls or anything. They are always right.
Unfortunately, that's the truth. They are always right because they have the final say. But we are almost ready for the coin toss here this evening. For Uvalde, their team captains, number 7, Ryan Dela Cruz. I'll get the rest of them to you when they all stand up. They're all bent over at the moment. Number 52 for the Coyotes. That is Jeremy Skirvin. Looks like number 9, Chris Embers. And number 10, no name. The blank name on the roster. It literally says 10 and then a blank. Actually, they're going to send some different guys out there. 7 Dela Cruz, number 81, DeAndre Carroll, number 80, Donovan Amaya,
I think the other one is number 9.
Number 9, Chris Embers. For Medina Valley, they send out number 56, Matt Reyes. Number 74, Jonah Barrow. Number 12, Cole Modgeling. And number 10, Alec Child. Jonah Barrows was on our coaches show on Wednesday night, talking on there, the lineman for the Panthers, as we wait to see what the results of the coin toss are. Uvalde will get to call it because they are the away team. Referee just flipped it, and I believe Uvalde won the toss, and they have deferred to the second half. So Medina Valley is going to get the football first to start the ball game, and Medina Valley is going to defend the south goal. So Medina Valley will be going left to right to start the ball game as they get the ball first. And so the Panthers will have it first.
I'm ready. Ready for some football, Jared.
I am too. As the game ready to get going here. And we'll see what who Uvalde sends out to do the kicking. Matthew Avila is their listed kicker on the program, number 4. And he should be teeing the ball up first to kick it away to Medina Valley here as we're ready to go for another week of district play here. Medina Valley 3-0 in district play, and we're ready to get this game going. It's a overcast night here. It's good to see some cooler weather has arrived. It's not so hot outside anymore. I believe it's in the 50s right now, maybe low 60s. But good game, good thing here tonight. Maury mentioned earlier the winds kind of died down. It's 67 degrees here at game time. And for the Panthers, they're going to send back Hernandez, Bippert, and McCulley back deep to receive. Hernandez is the man in the middle deep in that formation for the kick return for the Panthers. It is number 4 teeing it up, Matthew Avila, a senior for the Uvalde Coyotes. He's got it teed up at the 40-yard line, and we're ready to get underway.
Couldn't come quick enough,
No.
Jared. Couldn't come quick enough.
We're just waiting for the referee to get things going. We're 7:38, so we're about 8 minutes late here starting this ball game. And we're ready to get homecoming going here for the Panthers. As Avila's teed it up, he'll step it off here. He's going to be running straight through that little water puddle. Yeah, that water puddle he's got right there. As Avila runs up, boots it away. It's a high end over end kick that's short. It's going to be taken at the 28-yard line and hit right away after a 4-yard return. Give him a 3-yard return. It's going to be 1st and 10 Medina Valley from their own 31, 32-yard line. We'll see where they spot him. Looks like the 33, and that's where Medina Valley will start the ball game.
Number 42, Andrew Thompson on the stop for Uvalde.
So a 5-yard return on the kick.
It looked like the kicker kind of slowed up, and he actually looked like he still slipped a little bit before he kicked that ball. That is the worst spot on the field where the kickers are going to kick the ball on the kickoffs.
Here is Medina Valley coming straight out to the line of scrimmage. They're going to go under center here with that slot formation. Gibson is the lone back behind Alex Child. No wide receivers here for the Panthers as they move left to right. They're going to hand the ball on a sweep around, and Hernandez slips and falls, and that is that wettest part of the field. And that's going to go for a loss of 3 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd and 13, and we see right away that field coming into play.
Because he was untouched. He tried to cut upfield and just lost his footing.
You're going to be seeing a lot of that tonight. This could end up being a pretty low-scoring game. We'll see what happens here with 11:30 to go here in the ball game, just underway. They gave him a 4-yard loss on that. It's 2nd down and 14. The ball back at the 29-yard line. 2 backs here, 2 wide receivers. Child under center. They're going to hand the ball to Gibson. Flags fly in right away. Gibson pushed forward back to the original line of scrimmage, but we'll see what the flags are.
25 was on the stop for the Coyotes. Haven't had a signal yet, have they?
No, the referee, it's offside against Uvalde.
We'll take that.
Yeah,
that nullifies the loss on 1st down.
Yeah, that'll give them 5 yards. It'll still be second down, so it'll bring up second down and 9 now for Medina Valley as the ball will move up to the 34-yard line. They're still waiting for them to mark off the penalty. Now they do. Ball's placed at the 34. It's second down and 9 now for the Panthers. As Child brings his team back to the line of scrimmage. No wide receivers here for the Panthers. Child under center, takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. Gibson looking to throw out in space. Sasalas complete. Spins his way up to the 25, or 35, up to the 36-yard line. It's going to be a pickup of 2 yards on the play. It's going to bring up third down and 7.
Jacob Alvarado on the stop there for the Uvalde Coyotes.
And you can see right there when Salas caught that pass, he was a little timid on making that first step, scared he's going to slip and fall.
But that's the better part of the field.
On third down and 7 upcoming. Out of the shotgun, Medina Valley. They'll send 3 wide out to the left. Child looking to throw. It's going to be a screen set up. It's complete to Gibson. Up past the 35, 40, 45, 50 across midfield. Puts his head down, and he's they're going to throw a late flag coming in here. I wonder if they're going to get Gibson for lowering his head at the end of that run.
He hit him with his shoulder pad, though.
He did. He did not hit him with his head, but he did lower his head. Got him down to the 45-yard line here, but we're going to see what the call is from the referee.
Panthers are signaling it's going to be a holding call, but we'll see.
We'll see what the referee's going to say here, and it's going to be against Medina Valley, I'm pretty sure, because they're going backwards. Still, I haven't seen a signal from a referee.
I think the guilty party's going to be number 61. He was downfield.
It is a hold.
And it looked like he had a little bit of a jersey down the field, but the sad thing about that situation is it had no implications on the play whatsoever.
No, but it's going to move Medina Valley back to their 27-yard line. It would have been first and 10 Medina Valley in Uvalde territory at the 44-yard line. Instead, it's going to be third down and 16 upcoming here for the Panthers. They'll go from the shotgun here. They'll send 4 wide receivers. Gibson the lone back. Child takes a low snap. Flags fly in on the play. Child lets it fly deep downfield to Leggett, who comes back and makes the catch down to the 38-yard line. And Leggett was covered right there. He just came back to the football. There is the flag down.
But it didn't stop the play, so I'm thinking that's probably offsides against the Coyotes.
Yeah, I think you're right, Maury. It is offside against Uvalde. They will decline it. And that'll be first and 10 Medina Valley. So a big play right there as Leggett goes up to get that football.
That was the occasion there. Number 25, Ibarra, was actually in good position, but he never turned back and looked where the ball was. Leggett knew where the ball was, went through number 25, brought the ball down. That's a big play right there.
It is. It's first and 10 Medina Valley down to the 39-yard line of Uvalde. 9:52 to go in the first quarter. Medina Valley comes out here. Child fumbled the ball. He picks it up, looking to get some runs. Turns it upfield, and I think he got back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's going to bring up second down and 10.
Number 42, Andrew Thompson on the stop, and the Panthers got up to the line quick and wanted to go quick after they put the ball in play, and Child just pulled away from the center too quick.
Yeah,
and we've seen that happen several times, and a lot of times it's happened in crucial situations. You've got to take care of the football tonight.
That's the first priority, is getting the snap from the center. Panthers back to the line of scrimmage here, second down and 10. Nobody wide here for the Panthers. They're going to fake the handoff to Gibbs. He's got Leggett wide open, makes the catch, and he's gone. Touchdown, Medina.
Flag!
Now a flag comes in late on the near side of the field at the 20-yard line. Might be a sideline warning against the Panthers here. We'll see what the call is. It was a 39-yard touchdown pass from Child to Garrett Leggett, who was wide open behind the entire defense.
Play action just froze the Uvalde defense. Leggett just snuck out.
And it is a sideline warning against the Panthers.
He acted like he was going to block down on a run play and chip the defensive end, and it just went straight to the corner of the end zone. Easy throw for Alec Child, an easy catch, and he did the rest 20 yards in for the touchdown after the catch.
Yep, 8:59 to go, and here is Grove on to try to tack on the extra point. So Dawson Grove, this has been a flag-ridden first possession. Good snap. The kick is up, and it is good. Just snuck in the right upright. So with 8:59 to go in the first quarter, your score Medina Valley 7, Uvalde nothing. You're listening to Panther Football brought to you by North Park Chevrolet, and we'll continue in just a moment.
Schedules and more. Tweet at MVBroadnet for MVBN.
At North Park Chevrolet in Castroville, we offer the most exceptional experience in sales and service. Shop our large new and pre-owned selection with complimentary maintenance on new vehicles, upfront posted pricing, 10-day trade-in appraisal guarantee, and a 48-hour return policy. Our factory-trained technicians will take care of you after the sale with easy menu pricing, courtesy vehicles, and a complimentary car wash with every service. Come see us at 1955 Highway 90 East or call 210-640-3184. Shop us online or schedule service at npchevy.com. Experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway.
QRC Health Mart Pharmacy is the pharmacy for Castroville. QRC Health Mart Pharmacy has an experienced staff with over 20 years of patient care, offering a full-service pharmacy for all of your prescription, specialty, diabetic, and over-the-counter needs, including free blood pressure monitoring and a convenient drive-thru. Most major insurance companies and plans accepted. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday and 9 to 1 on Saturday. QRC Health Mart Pharmacy, here to stay. 408 Highway 90 West in Castroville.
Back here at Panther Stadium as Grove ready to kick it away, and his kickoff is a high end-over-end kick that's going to be caught, and falling down is the receiver right at looks like the 34-yard line, 33-yard lines where they'll spot him. Maybe 1st and 10 Uvalde. Kickoff brought to you by Royce Grove Oil Company and Exxon Stations.
That was number 84, Chris Cantu, just received the ball and went to a knee. Made sure of the possession for the Coyotes.
And Uvalde will come out here in the spread offense out of the shotgun. They'll send 4 wide receivers here. Quarterback is number 2, Donovan Davila. Throws incomplete, throwing to the right side of the formation there. Threw it low, incomplete. His intended receiver was number 80, Donovan Amaya, and it's going to go incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Good coverage out there on the end there by Charlie Marsh.
So 2nd and 10 upcoming here. Davila will take the snap from the gun. Going to hand the ball off, looking to get up the middle here. That's number 21, and he's got a head of steam, and he bulls forward for about 9 yards. That was number 21, Sotero Martinez on the carry.
Snyder and Modulin on the stop for the Medina Valley Panthers.
And it's going to bring up 3rd down and a yard to go, so a good run that time by Martinez. Davila will take the snap, hands it to Martinez. He's hit and dropped in the backfield at the 40-yard line. Big play there for the Panthers. It's going to bring up 4th down and 3.
Grant Snyder on a run blitz there just crashed the line of scrimmage, got through the guard and the tackle untouched in the backfield. 4th down.
4th down upcoming here, and we'll see what Uvalde elects to do. Offense still on the field here. They are at their own 41-yard line. And it looks like they are either going to go for – they're out of the pistol formation here. 3 wide. They're going to hand the ball off. He slips and falls, and that is a turnover on downs, a loss of a yard. They went forward on 4th down and 3 at their own 41-yard line, and Medina Valley gets great field position.
Even if he don't slip, Grant Snyder came blitzing in again from the linebacker spot and would have got him deep into the backfield. It would have been a loss of 3 yards already.
I don't understand that call in this sloppy condition, going forward on 4th down in
the worst spot on the field.
In the first quarter. You're only down a touchdown.
Does that saying they're a little showing some sense of urgency already?
Yeah.
To go for that on the short side of the field?
So the Panthers will have it 1st and 10 at the Uvalde 39-yard line.
Watch out for number 22. He's out there for the Panthers.
No wide receivers here for Medina Valley. Gibson and Masters, the 2 backs. Child takes the snap, hands the ball to Gibson up the middle, and he is going to carry people down to the 35-yard line. A very tough 4-yard pickup by Gibson. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 6.
Number 38 just jumped on his back, Alex Carrasco, for the ride, and Gibson carried him 4.5 yards on that 1st down.
How about carrying him through the slop right there?
Through the slop.
So the Panthers, 2nd down and 6 upcoming here as Leggett will bring the play in from the sideline for the Panthers. They'll come to the line of scrimmage, 7:15 to go first quarter. Leggett wide out to the right, only wide receiver for Medina Valley. They're going to pitch the ball to Gibson. Gets around the end up to the 30, 25, 20, still on his feet. Carries him down nearly to the 15-yard line. A big run, about 16 yards for Gibson. It's 1st and 10, Medina Valley.
That was number 38 on the stop, Carrasco once again, but not before Gibson got ahead of steam, turned it upfield, and got the 1st down. Panthers in the red zone once again, Jared.
1st and 10, Medina Valley. Ball is spotted at the 16-yard line of Uvalde, and remember, Medina Valley had a short field to work with after the turnover on downs. Panthers to the line of scrimmage, no wide receivers here. Takes the snap, hands the ball. Masters, right side with some room, makes a cut back, touchdown Medina Valley. A 16-yard touchdown run for Logan Masters, virtually untouched. And with 6:38 to go, Medina Valley leading 13-0, and here comes Grove to tack on the extra point.
Jared, number 52, Mr. Valenzuela, who was there on Wednesday night, just pancaked the blocker on the other side, and that's one of the plays he says he likes to block, that little trap play right there. Master takes it in for a touchdown.
Medina Valley with the swinging gate here. Marsh the holder. Grove ready to try to put the extra point through here. Low snap. Marsh gets it on the ground. And Dawson's kick is straight through. So your score with 6:38 to go. Medina Valley 14, Uvalde nothing. We'll go ahead and take a quick break here. You're listening to Panther Football, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet, and we'll continue in just a moment.
Valley Broadcast Network.
Time Gwynn Funeral Home in Castroville, Texas has been providing funeral services to families in the Medina Valley and surrounding areas for many generations. Time Gwynn Funeral Home is proud to support the broadcast by the Medina Valley Broadcast Network for the athletes and students participating in this event. Go Panthers! Time Gwynn Funeral Home, Castroville, Texas. You may view obituaries at Tondre, Tondre-Gwynn, Guinn.com, or visit the Facebook page of Tondre Gwynn Funeral Home to view funeral notices. You're watching Medina Valley Football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
We're back here at Panther Stadium as Grove ready to kick the ball away. These kickoffs brought to you by Royce Grove Oil. And Grove is a high end-over-end kick that's taken at the 20-yard line. Starts upfield, 25-30, bounces it outside, and he's taken down at the 38. Ball's on the ground. I think Medina Valley jumped on top of it. No.
They're signaling that he was down by contact. Devin Stubing with the tackle. Ball came out of his hands when he hit the turf, so they're going to say he was down by contact.
And they will spot the ball 1st and 10 for the Coyotes at the Medina Valley 38-yard line. Or rather at the Uvalde 38-yard line. That's where the Coyotes will start. I'd like to take the chance to thank Duke's Meat Market for putting their spread together for the press box up here with some the salami, cheese, dried sausage, some parisa, and crackers on hand for everyone up here in the press box. Big thanks to Duke's Meat Market for providing that for us here this evening. Uvalde will come out here. Out of the shotgun, they'll send trips out to the right side of their formation as they move right to left. They're going to hand the ball. Martinez up the middle, has a little bit of room, and he's taken down around the 43-yard line, a pickup of about 6 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and 4.
Inside linebacker Taylor Weir for the Panthers on the stop.
2nd and 4 upcoming. Ball spotted at the 44-yard line. Uvalde quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Now trips out to the left. Takes the snap, hands it Martinez again up the middle. He pushes forward for a gain of a yard, maybe 2. Looks like they'll give him 2 yards. It'll be 3rd and 3, or 3rd and 2 rather.
Santos and Perry on the stop for Medina Valley.
Davila just handing that ball right to Martinez there out of the shotgun, and now it's 3rd down and 2, and they had similar to this on their last drive, and Medina Valley was able to stop them. We'll see what they do here. Trips out to the left here for the Coyotes. Takes the snap, hands it. Martinez trying to get up the middle. He's going to get the first down. Needed 2, got 3 up to midfield, and it's 1st and 10 for the Coyotes.
Perry and Santos on the stop, and right now the Panthers are lining their defensive tackles in a 4-point stand, but they're standing up the defensive ends in a stand-up rush position. And they're spreading their gaps a little wide there, and that's where they exploited the Panthers right there.
4 wide receivers here for Uvalde, 2 on each side. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Steps up in the pocket under pressure, spins away from one man, and he can't get away from the second. Ended up getting maybe a yard on the play there, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 9.
Ferguson had him in the backfield. Quarterback just snuck away, but then Santos and Perry finishes him off, and Ferguson is going to come off the field limping. He has had some knee issues. He missed a game, or we had a bye week where he could rehab that knee, but he's got a little damage in that knee. He's playing through it.
2nd down and 9 here. Takes the snap, throws right side, incomplete. Looked like the receiver was coming back to get a little screen play to him and ended up going incomplete. He never could handle the throw.
That was Marcus De La Cruz, number 3. And he was cutting in, as you mentioned, behind the blockers, and he ran inside, and the quarterback threw it to the outside shoulder. And De La Cruz could not bring it in.
Out of the shotgun here. They'll send 4 wide receivers, but they're tight to the formation. Takes the snap on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw over the middle, complete. He's going to get 1st down and more up across the 35 down to the 32-yard line. It's going to be a 1st down here, pick up of 16 yards.
Dawson Grove on the stop for the Panthers. Good
Ball
third down there by the Coyotes.
Ball at the 32-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Uvalde in Medina Valley territory really for the first time this evening. 4:29 to go, first quarter. Medina Valley up 14-0. Takes the snap, looking to throw right side, in and out of the hands of number 80. He had it, and Marsh got there first to make the hit, and it popped the ball loose. Never could hang on. 2nd and 10.
Marsh jarred it loose, and Grant Snyder made sure that he didn't come back and catch it. Good defense there by the Panthers.
So 2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass. Davila takes the snap, hands it Martinez up the middle, and he's not going to get much. 2-yard pickup, gets down to the 29-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and 8.
Perry and Hecker on the stop there for the Panthers. And Jared, this has got to be 4-down territory. If they went forward on their side of the field, they're definitely going to go for it on 4th down should the Panthers hold here on this 3rd down.
So 3rd down and 8 here. That was just a straight run right up the middle to Martinez. We've seen them run that a couple of times here this evening. They've had a little bit of success with it. Sometimes they haven't. It's kind of been a 50-50 chance running that play. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Drops back, steps up, fires right side. Incomplete, in and out of the hands of his intended receiver, and then in and out of the hands of Tanner Bippert right behind him. It'll be 4th down and 8.
That's all on De La Cruz because the quarterback threw that ball right where he needed to, helmet high. It went right through his hands. He tried. I'm not saying he had a little bit of alligator arms, but he was afraid of that
hit
collision
coming
after the catch.
So it'll bring up 4th down and 8 here. And as Maury mentioned, Uvalde going to go for it. They'll send 5 wide here, empty the backfield. Takes the snap, looking to throw. With some time, steps up, fires deep, right side toward the end zone. And it's going to be... So, did he catch it for a touchdown? No signal yet from the referees. They're talking it over in the end zone.
There's a flag in the middle of the field also where holding is usually called.
They call it a touchdown. So he went up in the corner of the end zone and made that play. But there is a flag back at the 32-yard line, and we'll see what this call is. There was a guy right there from Medina Valley, too.
I think they're going to give him a touchdown. I think this infraction is going to be against the Panthers.
We'll wait and see what the call is here from the referee. A face mask against Medina Valley, hands to the face. And so the touchdown's going to stand. And Uvalde on the board here as Avila comes on to try to tack on the extra point here for Uvalde and cut Medina Valley's lead in half.
Went for the home run ball on 4th and 8, and he caught it in the corner of the end zone. It took the officials a little bit of time to call.
I believe that was number 81, DeAndre Carroll, who went up there to grab that ball out of the air. Takes the snap, kick is up, and it is good. So with 3:34 to go in the first quarter, your score, Medina Valley 14, Uvalde 7. We'll take a quick break and come back. You're listening to Panther Football, and we'll continue in just a moment.
Great articles on all your favorite coaches, players, and more at mvbn.net, the official website of the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
Weather in South Texas is unpredictable. That's why our neighbors in Medina Valley trust Four Winds Air Conditioning and Heating for residential and commercial service. Four Winds provides maintenance, repairs, equipment upgrades, and heat load calculations for new construction design and installation. Four Winds offers financing on anything over $300. Family owned and operated since 2006. Four Winds Heating and Air Conditioning. Call 210-892-2925 or on the web at number 4windsacandheat.com. You're watching Medina Valley Football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
We're back here at Panther Stadium as Avila ready to kick the ball away to the Panthers after their touchdown pass. Medina Valley with Hernandez, Bippert, and McCauley back deep to receive. And a little difference, well, they're going to kick off from the 45 because of the penalty to the hands to the face and force on the kickoff. And this is going to be an onside kick that's going to go out of bounds. And I don't know what that was. He didn't kick it on the ground. He kicked a line drive straight over the head of the Medina Valley defender out of bounds. That was not what they were looking to do.
No, it never hit in the field of play. Never gave the kicking team a chance to catch it. It never gave the
one. You wonder, was he trying to do a true onside, kicking it on the ground, or was he trying to pop it up real high and let his team run underneath it and make the play?
Regardless, it didn't do either one.
No.
Either one.
And
the Panthers are going to get good starting field position here. They can take it where it went out of bounds.
Yeah, they will. At the 37-yard line is where they will start, 1st and 10 at their own 37. And Medina Valley, 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. They've looked very, very good offensively here so far, and we'll see what the Panthers can do here, trying to respond to Uvalde's first score of the evening. Panthers still moving left to right here in the first quarter. No wide receivers here. Child to come out under center. Gibson and Masters, the 2 backs. They'll hand the ball. Gibson up the middle, gets across the 40 to the 41-yard line, where he's brought down to pick up a 4 yards, and it's going to be 2nd down and 6. So 2nd and 6 here for Medina Valley. Ball at the 41-yard line here, 3:08 to go. Panthers with no wide receivers. Child takes the snap, hands it off. Masters up the middle, a lot of room. Gets a 1st down and a couple more yards. Pickup of 8, gets up to the 48-yard line, 1st and 10 Medina Valley.
31 on the tackle there, Jacob Alvarado. And I'm not too sure, Jared, that might have been number 23.
Was it Pardo?
I think it was Pardo on that carry. I'm not sure. It looked like it had a too dirty of a jersey.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Those white numbers are covered with a lot of mud. Quick. Child takes the snap. He's going to roll out on the play action under pressure. Throws against his body, incomplete. Under a lot of pressure, intended receiver was number 80, Sotelo.
Good coverage on the play out there.
Child was getting hit as he threw the football.
Yep.
And it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Panthers. You know, they ran that play action. They rolled him out, and that defensive end was right there in his face.
Well, but they rolled him out to the side where he had to turn his body completely around to make the throw. Rolled him out to the left.
They'll send McCulley wide out to the left. Takes the snap, hands it off. Gibson across midfield down to about the 46-yard line of Uvalde. Pick up 5 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 5.
Number 7 getting up from the bottom of the pile. That's Ryan De La Cruz on the stop for the Coyotes.
De La Cruz and Alvarado on the stop.
So 3rd down and a short 5. 3rd and 4 upcoming here for the Panthers. Ball at the Uvalde 49-yard line. Medina Valley comes to the line of scrimmage with no wide receivers. Gibson directly behind Child. They're going to throw. Child rolling out, looking to throw under pressure. Throws complete. Gibson, 45, trying to get to the 1st down. He's going to be about a yard shy.
Pass completed to Gibson.
Screen pass on there. And Gibson had nobody out in front of him.
No.
That surprised me.
That's why, you saw the 2 defenders come through just like it was a screen, but there was nobody out in front to block him.
Gibson got 2.5, 3 yards out of the 4 on his own. It's going to bring up, as Jared said, 4th down and probably a good yard.
4th down and a long yard, and Panthers are going to go for it here. From the Uvalde 43-yard line, takes the snap, fumbled the snap. Child picks it up and tried to push forward, but he is not going to get it. That's the 2nd time he's fumbled the snap, and Uvalde is going to take over on downs, trailing by a touchdown here with 1:13 to go in the 1st quarter.
And once again, he pulled out we went up to the line, tried to go quick, and once again, he pulled out too quick and didn't get the ball from Spencer Payne. Ball fell on the ground, and that's you just got to stay patient. You just got to receive that ball. That's the most important thing there.
And earlier in the year, we never saw that. Last week against Kennedy, it happened a couple of times, but all of a sudden, it's like, all of a sudden here, it's that, Child's not getting the center.
They're going to have a measurement, but I think it's going to come up short.
I don't think he got close enough for it. I don't think he ever got across the original line of scrimmage.
He did get a good spot, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
The ball is at just outside the 43-yard line. They'll pull the chains tight, and he's short by a good yard.
No, he didn't get hardly anything. As you mentioned, I don't think he even got back to the line of scrimmage.
So that'll be a turnover on downs, and Uvalde's going to have the football down by a score.
With momentum as they held the Panthers on that 4th down.
And so Uvalde will take over on downs here. They'll come to the line of scrimmage out of the shotgun. They got trips over to the right side. One wide out to the left. Davila will take the snap, hands it Martinez up the middle, looking for some room to run. He's not going to get much. They're going to give him a yard, maybe 2 yards on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
Snyder and Weir on the stop there for the Panthers.
So 2nd down and 8. He gets up to the 45-yard line, does Martinez.
1 yard, 2nd down and 9.
And that's just a common play they've been using here all night. Just hand the ball to Martinez and let him try to find a hole to run through here. Gets him 2 yards. Out of the shotgun again, 3 wide out right here for the Coyotes. They're moving right to left, 40 seconds and counting to go 1st quarter. Takes the snap, looking to throw on play action, throws it deep, and that is incomplete. No, not catchable. I think he slipped there. He wanted pass interference. I think it was incidental contact, but either way, the pass was not catchable.
And Dawson Grove was all over him in good position. They had safety over the top for the help with Cole Modulin. And the quarterback just threw that ball where nobody could even get it.
So it'll bring up 3rd down and 8 here. Ball at the Uvalde 45-yard line. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Steps up with time, fires over the middle, incomplete, and that was in and out of the hands of Marcus De La Cruz. I mean, he was wide open.
That's the 3rd drop tonight so far by De La Cruz. And Jared, the Uvalde receivers are finding space in that zone, and the receivers just are not helping the quarterback out. They helped him on the long throw in the corner of the end zone, but that should have been a 1st down for Uvalde.
Yeah, you're exactly right. mean, he was wide open there, nobody within 2 or 3 yards of him. It was right there in his chest to make the catch. He just couldn't come up with it. And Uvalde is going to punt the ball away here. Punting is, I believe that's number 34, Ryan Davila. Punts it away. End over end kick that's going to bounce and it's still on the ground, and Moduling falls on top of it. He played it off his chest, fell on top of the football, and it'll be 1st and 10 Medina Valley from the 18-yard line. And now there's a little scuffle going on the field as the referees break it up. No flags were thrown. It'll be 1st and 10 Medina Valley. 17 seconds to go in the first quarter, and the Panthers are going to have it. It looks like the ball is spotted at the 21-yard line.
One of the Panthers there kind of got into a little bit of a shoving match, and then after it was separated, one of the Coyotes come and pushed him from behind, and I don't think the Panthers liked it, but they had to grab one of the Panthers and take him to the sidelines.
Fortunately, no flags were thrown on the play. Panthers will come out here with 2 wide receivers. Child to be under center. Gibson the back down behind Child. Takes the snap, hands it off Gibson. Finds a little bit of running room up across the 25. Spins his way up to the 30. Pickup of 9 yards. And that will be the end of the first quarter of play. They gave him a 10-yard gain and a first down. So when we come back, it'll be 1st and 10 Medina Valley from the 31-yard line. But your score after 1, Medina Valley 14, Uvalde 7. You're listening to Panther Football, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet, and we'll continue in just a moment.
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. That's why State Farm agent Hazel Russell and her team are here to help you go for 2 by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell at 830-931-3441 today. Or stop by her office at 1103 Highway 90 West in Castroville. Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. That's why State Farm agent Hazel Russell and her team are here to help you go for 2 by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell at 830-931-3441 today. Or stop by her office at 1103 Highway 90 West in Castroville.
We're back here at Panther Stadium as we flip sides of the field. Medina Valley now going right to left. Child will take the snap, hands it off to Gibson, who falls forward for a pickup of 3 yards. Gets up to the 35-yard line on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Alvarado on the stop there for the Coyotes.
4-yard pickup, 2nd and 6. It is kind of tough in the middle of that field to see where the yard lines are.
It's tough to see their white jerseys with the numbers, and it's going to get harder for the Panthers in all black with the white numbers. Once they hit in that dirt, it's hard to see the numbers.
Yeah, and the thing is the hash marks are gone at that part of the field. Panthers will come out with 2 wide receivers out to the right. Child will be under center here. Just underway in the second quarter. Child takes the snap, hands it off. Gibson looking for some running room. Gets a few yards, and he's going to get tackled by a whole host of Uvalde defenders, but he gets up to about the 39-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 2 or 3.
The whole interior lineman for the Coyotes on that stop. Gibson made something out of nothing, though. Got a couple out of there.
Got up to the 39. It's going to be 3rd down and 3. With 10:40 and counting to go, second quarter. The Panthers leading 14-7. They'll send a wide receiver to each side here. Child under center. Takes the snap, hands the ball off, up the middle, first down and a little bit more. Gets up to the 45-yard line. Pick up of 7 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 Medina Valley.
Alvarado once again on the stop for the Coyotes, but not before Gibson gets enough to stretch the chains.
10:22 and counting. 1st and 10. Ball at the 45 of Medina Valley as the Panthers trying to keep this drive going here. Second first down of the drive. 2 wide receivers here for the Panthers. Child takes the snap, looking to throw, sets up, fires left side to McCulley, and he makes the catch, and he goes out of bounds at the 26, 27-yard line. Looks like the referee's going to say he went out at the 28, but a good pass and catch that time. McCulley just right over the shoulder made the catch.
Looked like Willie Mays
catching
a fly ball right there.
He really did. Oh, just the basket catch over his shoulder. And Medina Valley of it 1st and 10 down at the Uvalde 28-yard line. So the Panthers will come to the line of scrimmage here, leading 14-7. Masters and Gibson, the 2 backs, 2 wide receivers. Child going to throw again. Fires right side, Leggett, and he couldn't make the catch, and looks like that ball sailed outside on Child. Leggett kind of went to the inside, and the pass went to the outside. Leggett did a good job to almost make that catch, just couldn't get it back in there.
Almost brought it in.
Goes as an incompletion. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10. .9:44 to go here in the first half. Panthers come out here in the slot formation. They're going to hand the ball to Gibson up the middle, pushes forward to the 25, across the 25 to about the 24-yard line. Picks up 4 or 5 yards on the play.
Right in the middle of that quagmire out there. It is sloppy right there where they got the ball.
Those Uvalde uniforms, you can't read the backs of some of them anymore. It is sloppy. To pick up a 4, it'll bring up 3rd down and 6 here. Medina Valley to the line of scrimmage. No wide receivers here for the Panthers. I would expect to see a good dose of Gibson. They're going to hand the ball this time off to the left side with some room to run. That's Masters on the carry. Gets down to the 15, inside the 15 to about the 12-yard line, where he's brought down a pickup of 12 yards and a 1st down Medina Valley.
Good run there. Ryan De La Cruz on the stop, but not before Masters gets enough for the 1st down.
So 8:58 to go in the second quarter. As the Panthers have 1st down and 10, the ball spotted at the Uvalde 12. Medina Valley to the line of scrimmage. Alec Child under center, 1 wide receiver, takes the snap, hands the ball off to
Looked like
Salas.
Yeah,
it was
he
Salas
had a
right
little
side.
bit of a lane, Jared, but he just lost his footing when he crossed the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and he got 3 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 7. They had put Diego Morales in the ball game, and he was through that hole first. I actually thought he had the ball there for a second.
Until I saw them blow the ball down.
1 wide out here to the left. That's Leggett. Child under center. 2nd down and 7. Takes the snap. Pitches it out. Gibson has some running room. Puts his head down. Bulls his way toward the end zone, but he's going to be down at the 1-yard line. His knee hit down before he could stretch that ball out to break the plane of the end zone, but it's going to be 1st and goal Medina Valley from the 1.
He tried. It ain't because he didn't try. He tried to stretch that ball out. Number 8, Mark Mancha on the stop. But
how about
I think he's wondering if I should have even gotten in front of that freight train.
No, you're exactly right. It takes some courage to stand in front of that with a full head of steam. Nobody wide here for the Panthers, and now flags flying in.
And Medina Valley's going to get charged with a false start right when you're knocking on the goal line 1 yard away.
So it's going to bring up 1st and goal from the 6 now instead of from the 1-yard line. So 7:45 to go and counting here as we get closer to halftime. And one thing, it's homecoming here tonight. I wonder if those girls are going to have to walk through that slop on the field.
In a long dress yet.
Yeah. So Medina Valley to the line here, 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Child under center takes the snap, hands the ball off left side. That's Hernandez. Touchdown, Medina Valley. So
I'm surprised you saw the number.
Yeah, well, he fell flat on his back. He's the only one with the dirty jersey other than Gibson.
Well, and that was on the first carry when he tried to change momentum and he fell.
So a 6-yard touchdown run by Caden Hernandez going around the left side. And now Grove on to try to tack on the extra point here and make it 21-7.
That's the answer the offense needed right there.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Uvalde cut the lead in half. Medina Valley comes back and gets a touchdown. Good snap this time. Grove's kick is up, and it is good. So with 7:17 to go in the first half, your new score, Medina Valley 21, Uvalde 7. You're listening to Panther Football, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet, and we'll continue in a moment.
Sometimes it seems like banks try to make things too complex. At Broadway Bank, they're removing the complications and offering services some other institutions won't, like the all-new Broadway Bank free checking. Open it on your mobile phone in as little as 90 seconds. It's fast, easy, digital, and free. Discover the all-new free checking and other ways they're innovating local banking by visiting Broadway Bank at 1006 North Fiorella Street or call 830-538-9023. Free checking subject to approval. Conditions and restrictions apply.
Back here at Panther Stadium as we go to we're in the second quarter here. 7:17 to go in the first half. Medina Valley now leading 21-7 after the Caden Hernandez 6-yard touchdown run. So 3 touchdowns for the Panthers, and you've had a Masters touchdown run, a Hernandez touchdown run, and a pass to Garrett Leggett for a touchdown. So 3 different people get in the end zone here for Medina Valley early in the ball game.
Spreading the wealth, spreading the wealth.
And so Grove ready to kick it away. Kickoff brought to you by Royce Grove Oil Company and Exxon Stations. And Grove's kick is a high end-over-end kick. Flags fly in the air. Medina Valley falls on top of it. They've got the football. There is a flag down here, and I think Medina Valley's going to get called for a false start on the kickoff or offside on the kickoff.
It's got to be against Medina Valley because it's on the 40-yard line. That ball was popped in the air, and Bippert almost caught it in the air past the 10 yards, but they're going to get Medina Valley for an infraction. Offsides.
And it is against the Panthers. They'll have to re-kick the ball, and this time they'll move them back, I believe, to the 35-yard line. They'll either move them back. It's a 5-yard penalty, so they'll move them back to the 35, right in the middle of that slop hole is where Grove will tee it up. That almost worked out perfect for Medina Valley. Just somebody got started a little early.
We'll try it again from the middle of the slop.
And so Medina Valley will kick it off again. Martinez, one of the deep men here for the Coyotes. Grove set to put his leg into it again. Teed it up over near what would be the right hash mark. High end over end kick again. This time it takes a bounce. Medina Valley bounce, but Uvalde manages to get on top of it. Number 9, Chris Embers with a heads-up play there, as that ball was actually closer to all of Medina Valley's players. Unfortunately, they weren't able to come up with it.
Well, they overran it.
Yeah.
They were looking for it to be a little further down the field, and it took a Uvalde bounce back towards where Medina Valley kicked it off from, or Medina Valley has the onside kick.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And so it will be 1st and 10 Uvalde from their own 49-yard line. So excellent field position here for the Coyotes to start this drive, down 21-7. 7:10 to go first half. They'll come out here in the pistol. 2 backs, 3 wide receivers here for the Coyotes. Takes the snap, hands it. Martinez over the left side of the line. He's going to push forward for a 2-yard gain. Gets into Medina Valley territory at their 49. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Ferguson on the stop there for the Panthers. So
that was another case of just hand it to Martinez and let him try to find a little bit of running room. You can tell when he gets the football, he kind of hesitates for a second and surveys where the hole opened, and he tries to find one. They'll go from the pistol again. 3 wide receivers. Takes the snap. Hands it Martinez going around the left side, and he's going to get dropped for a loss of 2. Back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
Taylor Weir and Dawson Grove on the stop there for the Panthers.
Weir once again on the stop.
Great job by Medina Valley not letting that get to the outside.
Still Perry forced him outside, and then Weir and Grove finished him up.
3rd down and 11. They gave him a loss of 3 on the play. Takes the snap, looking to throw. With some time, nobody open downfield, throws it complete short, looking to make a man miss. He does, but he's going to be short of the 1st down by about 2 or 3 yards. Gets it down to the 43-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th and 2, and we'll see if Uvalde wants to go for it here.
Grant Snyder on the stop, and I would think Uvalde would go for it here. They're on Medina Valley's side of the field.
On 4th down and a long 2, make it 4th and 3.
No pressure on the quarterback.
No.
He had all day long to throw that ball.
And he did the right thing. He went through his progression, checked the ball down, managed to get some yards out of it. On 4th down and 2. Davila looking to the sideline for the play.
Try to get the Panthers to jump off sides. They're going to let the clock run down and then probably call a timeout here.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right, and that is what they're going to do. Timeout taken by Uvalde with 5:14 to go. And this timeout brought to you by Peerless Equipment. We'll go ahead and take a quick break. You're listening to Panther Football, and we'll continue in just a moment.
Alamo Heights 35, Lockhart 0. Champion 21, Kennedy.
Sales and service. Shop our large new and pre-owned selection with complimentary maintenance on new vehicles, upfront posted pricing, 10-day trade-in appraisal guarantee, and a 48-hour return policy. Our factory-trained technicians will take care of you after the sale with easy menu pricing, courtesy vehicles, and a complimentary car wash with every service. Come see us at 1955 Highway 90 East or call 210-640-3184. Shop us online or schedule service at npchevy.com. Experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway.
You're watching Medina Valley Football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
We're back here at Panther Stadium as we are in the second quarter. 5:14 to go.
Update from Lockhart, and it's not a pretty sign for the Lockhart Lions. It's 35-0 already.
Ooh.
Alamo Heights.
4th down and 2 here for Uvalde. Takes the snap, hands the ball off Martinez, and he is not going to get it. He's stuffed at the line of scrimmage, and that's another turnover on downs.
Ferguson blocking that hole. Ferguson and Hecker right there. And Jared, that ball, that had no chance to get there. I'm surprised at that call right there. They went, now we got a dead ball foul here. It's after the play, so the possession, the change of possessions will go to Medina Valley. But we'll see what this call is. It's going to be a dead ball foul, but they ran right at the meat of the Panthers defense, and that shocks me after calling the timeout.
Yeah,
they ran that play.
Well, they lined up out of the pistol with a full house backfield. So you knew the play that was coming. Medina Valley just put it right there in the line of scrimmage. You have a dead ball personal foul against Medina Valley. So they will mark off 15 yards against the Panthers, but this will still be Panther football. It'll just be 1st and 10 from, looks like the 27-yard line. And just some updated scores here around the district. Maury said Alamo Heights leading Lockhart 35-0 with a minute 30 left in the first half. Bernie Champion leading Kennedy 21-0 with 9:30 to go in the second quarter. And Kerrville Tivy leading Memorial 48-0 with 6:35 to go in the first half.
Ouch.
First play from line of scrimmage here for the Panthers. Child looking to throw. He's got Sotelo wide open, and he missed him. Had him wide open and just overthrew his man. And it's going to fall incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
He could have picked his poison. He had McCauley open on the left, Sotelo open on the right, and he just overthrew him. Wow.
And so Medina Valley will have it 2nd down and 10 here. Medina Valley with Child under center. Gibson is his lone back, nobody wide. They send a man in motion. That's Solis. They hand it to him. Actually, that's Masters coming to the near side. Makes a couple of men miss. Falls forward across the 35 to the 37, 38-yard line. And it's going to bring up, well, he got the first down right at the first down marker. And they give it to him, so it'll be 1st and 10 Medina Valley, a 10-yard pickup by Masters.
Ryan Davila on the stop, but Masters got the corner and got enough for the first down.
So 1st and 10 for the Panthers, and what we've been able to see here is Uvalde has no answer for Medina Valley's running game in this ball game. Child under center. You have Masters and Gibson, the two backs for Medina Valley. They're going to hand the ball off. Well, they're going to get a stoppage of play here. Did we get a timeout taken?
Timeout by Uvalde, I believe, is what they're signaling.
That is it, and that's their second timeout of the half. And
this is a crucial time for Uvalde here, Jared. If Medina Valley puts some more points on the board and extends this lead, Uvalde will get the ball because they won the toss and deferred. But they're in danger of letting this game slip away.
Yeah,
and it's like you mentioned, Jared, the Panthers are running the ball pretty much at will, and what that's doing is that's opening up the passing game. Alec Child had a wide open Aaron Sotelo or a wide open Ryan McCauley. He could have picked his poison and just overthrew Sotelo. And Sotelo didn't stop on his route. He kept running. The ball just was overthrown. I think Alec got excited that he was that wide open.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I think Alec saw, hey, we got a touchdown right here, and just overthrew him a little bit. But like Maury said, that running game has really opened up that play-action pass. And we talked about that before the game, that if Medina Valley can successfully run the ball, that passing game is going to open up, and it has here. So Medina Valley will come out here with no wide receivers. Two men in the backfield for the Panthers. Child under center. He'll take the snap. Ball's loose on the ground. Couldn't get it to Masters. Masters picks it up and has some room to run. Gets across the 40, across midfield to the 45, and he is gone. He's got one man to beat, and he'll never catch him. Touchdown, Medina Valley. A broken play. He missed the handoff. Masters was supposed to come near side. Ball was on the ground. Masters picked it up at the 35-yard line, ran it all the way back across the field, turned it up, and was gone. Just touchdown, Medina Valley. Like, that's just broken play, made something happen.
He made orange juice out of oranges right there, baby. Ooh. Banana pudding out of bananas, because that was a play that should have been busted. It was busted. He picked it up, and like Jimmy Johnson said, there's no...
I'm not a Jimmy Johnson fan.
Well, he said there's no exception for speed.
Grove's kick is up, and it is good. So with 4:21 to go, your new score, Medina Valley 28, Uvalde 7. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Panther Football, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet, and we'll continue in a moment.
Headed out to the game? Then make a stop at your local Valley Mart convenience store. With 12 area locations, Valley Mart is always right around the corner. Fuel yourself and your vehicle with quality branded gas and diesel, snacks, and fountain drinks. Always convenient, well lit with clean restrooms. Valley Mart, family owned and operated since 1984, and a proud supporter of Medina Valley athletics and area youth sports for over 30 years.
Welcome back here to Panther Stadium. There was a penalty
unsportsmanlike
after the play, and so Medina Valley will kick off from the Uvalde 45-yard line. Now here's your chance to do your onside kick here, because regardless, you don't give them great field position. Medina Valley tried it earlier on their normal kickoff 4:21 to go here in the first half. Medina Valley with a 28-7 lead as Grove ready to kick it away. Kickoff is brought to you by Royce Grove Oil Company and Exxons. As Dawson ready to boot it away as the is coming. Referee comes in, picks the ball up here. I don't know what we're waiting for here, but
waiting for the back judge to blow the play in.
Well, the referees, he's moving kids over out of the way in the student section over there. Remember that this year they put in some stands in the end zone where the band and the student section are for Medina Valley, and those players can't wander too far onto the field. We saw it 2 weeks ago against Champion here with the band. Now the student section getting a little rowdy. Yeah, that'll be the next thing is a fence will be put up over there. And so now we're ready to go. Big crowd on hand for the Panthers here this evening. I know it's homecoming, but as Maury and I talked about before the game, you've kind of had that buzz come back. And, the crowds have been getting bigger and bigger every week here for Medina Valley. Good crowds on hand for the Panther games again. As Grove boots it, it's a onside kick, takes a bounce. Gibson runs over a man, makes a ball pop free, and Medina Valley has it at the 25-yard line.
Santos just leveled the first guy who was going to catch the ball, took him completely out of the game.
That was Santos. You're exactly right. I thought that was Gibson at first, but he just lowered his head and shoulder pads and just ran right over that guy.
That was one of your defensive men, just plowed over the first guy who was getting ready to catch the ball. And I think number 5, Tanner Bippert, was the Panther who recovered the ball.
Yeah,
that was set up.
That player,
beautiful.
He might not know where he's at.
The first wave of Panthers just annihilated the first line of the Uvalde Coyotes, and Bippert jumped on the ball. And you got to give Dawson Grove credit because he hit one of those on top of the ball where it bounced up in the air.
Yeah, Medina Valley takes over 1st and 10 at the Uvalde 25-yard line with 4:16 to go in the first half. Child under center. They'll send a man in motion, looking to throw off a play action. Child gets away from pressure, throws it to McCulley. It's complete but out of bounds. It will go as an incomplete pass. McCulley made the catch in the air but was going out of bounds. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
He didn't get him that ball quick enough.
No.
He was open right from the start, and Child couldn't get a grip on the ball and just threw it late. And he threw it out of bounds where McCulley made an effort, but he couldn't bring it down.
Yeah, well, fortunately, he threw it to where that was the only play that could be made was by McCulley on that ball. Child under a little bit of pressure that time, had to step up, and by the time he did, McCulley was a little too close to the sideline. 2nd down and 10 upcoming. Ball at the Uvalde 25. Takes the handoff to Sotelo, and he is gone. That's Solis, and he's gone for a touchdown. They handed on that trap play that they've run to him all year long, and it works again. A 25-yard touchdown run by Jacob Solis, and Medina Valley up 34-7.
I don't know if anybody has stopped him or Pardo on that play when Medina Valley's clicking. That play is so deceptive that it results in some big yardage. A lot of times, what you just saw right there, 6 points.
Yeah, and 5 touchdowns in the game. 4 different guys have scored touchdowns now for Medina Valley in this ball game. Grove on to try to tack on the extra point. Marsh handles that low snap, but he gets it down. Grove's kick is up and good, so with 4 minutes to go in the first half, your score, Medina Valley 35, Uvalde 7. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Panther Football, and we'll continue in just a moment.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you. You're watching Medina Valley Football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
Back here at Panther Stadium, 35-7, your score, Medina Valley leading Uvalde. And the Panthers ready to kick it away. Ball at the Panther 40. Number 21, Martinez, back deep to receive for the Coyotes. And also number 81, DeAndre Carroll, back deep to receive. And Uvalde looking for another onside kick as they've got their guys up near the line. And Grove with a high end-over-end kick that's going to be caught. And number 1 falls down on the football, Joel Valdez, at the 40, looks like at the 39-yard line. That's where Uvalde will take over, 1st and 10.
Number 1 wasn't fooling around with that. He just got the ball and went straight to the ground.
Yep, and it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Coyotes. Ball at their own 39-yard line. 3:57 to go in the first half. Medina Valley leading 35-7. Coyotes will send 3 wide out to the right here, 1 to the left side. Davila takes the snap, looking to throw under pressure, fires it, complete over to the near side in the flat, makes the first man miss. Can't get away from the second man, though. A pickup of 7 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 3.
Grant Snyder on the stop there for the Panthers. Good coverage out there by Devin Stubing, but the receiver just eluded him and got upfield for 7 yards.
That was Nicholas Gonzalez, number 24, on the reception for the Coyotes. They'll come right back to the line of scrimmage here. Takes the snap, hands the ball off, trying to get to the outside. Gets a 1st down and an extra yard, picks up 4, gets it up to midfield, and it'll be 1st and 10 Uvalde. That was Joel Valdez on the carry.
Dawson Grove on the stop there for the Panthers. Ball's going to sit right at midfield.
And so Uvalde will come right back up here to the line of scrimmage. 3:17 and counting to go first half. Uvalde looking to try to get some more points here on the board before halftime. Try to cut into this Medina Valley lead. 3 wide out to the right here for Uvalde. Ball at the left hash as they move left to right. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Under pressure, steps up. Now he's going to tuck it and try to run it himself. He's going to pick up 3 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
Ferguson and Fillinger on the stop there for Medina Valley.
2:44 and counting to go first half. Uvalde goes with the no huddle. They look to the sideline for the play, and they come straight to the line of scrimmage. Davila finally has his play. And they'll come out here. 11 on the play clock. 3 wide out to the right. Empty backfield here for the Coyotes. 2 on the play clock. 1 that close to delay a game. They just got it off, and I think Uvalde called their final timeout of the half. And this timeout brought to you by Peerless Equipment Company, and we'll take a quick break. You're listening to Panther Football, and we'll continue in just a moment.
Rate articles on all your favorite coaches, players, and more at mvbn.net, the official website of the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
From West Texas all the way to the Bayou and all points in between.
I saw miles and miles of Texas.
This is the KMAX Sports Network, bringing your teams to you.
Vype Media is the state's most comprehensive high school sports media outlet, covering UIL, private schools. Vype has been in Texas for over a decade. Visit their website at Vype, VYPETexas.com. And also pick up your Vype magazine today. Get in the game with Vype Media. You're watching Medina Valley football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
We're back here as it's 2nd down and 7. Davila takes the snap on 2nd down, looks to throw over the head of his intended receiver, number 80. That's Donovan Amaya, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 8.
2:06 remaining. Uvalde had spent their final timeout on the play before as the game clock was running down. It's going to bring up a crucial 3rd down here for Uvalde.
So 3rd down and 8 upcoming. Ball at the Medina Valley 48-yard line. They'll come out here in the shotgun. Martinez the lone back to the left. 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side. takes the snap, looking to throw. Steps up in the pocket now. Finds a man complete down the sideline, down to the 20-yard line where he's upended, but a big pass and catch. A gain of around 30 yards there, and that's going to be 1st and 10 Uvalde.
He was covered on the edge by a linebacker, and once he got by him, the linebacker released but had no help over the top.
Split backs here for Uvalde out of the gun. 2 wide out to the right. 1:56 to go first half. Uvalde out of timeouts. Hands the ball. Martinez up the middle. He's going to push forward for a gain of about 4 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 6.
Snyder on the stop for the Panthers.
Ball down to the Medina Valley 16-yard line. Davila out of the pistol here. 2 backs looking to throw. Drop straight back with time. Throws right side out in the flat, complete, and a good play out in the flat area.
Devin Stubing
making the tackle.
Out in space, and that time he broke down and made sure the receiver never got in front of him. That's a loss on the play.
Loss of 4 yards back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
And on this wet field, that's a big open field tackle.
So 3rd and 10 here. Out of the gun, 4 wide receivers, 50 seconds to go first half. Uvalde is out of timeouts. Davila will take the snap, a low one, looking to throw with some time. Still with time, now he's going to step up and run with a lot of room, makes the first man miss inside the 5, and he's taken down around the 3-yard line. Good run that time by Davila after finding nothing open downfield. Stepped up and had a lot of space to run. It'll be 1st and goal, Uvalde from the 3.
Way too much time to throw the ball, and then the Panthers broke down in the offensive front and just allowed the quarterback to break containment and get the 1st down.
Out of the gun here, they'll take the snap, hands it Martinez up the middle, and he's going to go nowhere. Maybe lost a yard on the play.
They better hurry up.
They're out of timeouts, 20 seconds and ticking. No gain. It's 2nd down and goal. They get back to the line of scrimmage here. We'll see if he spikes it to stop the clock. Takes the snap, and he does spike it. That'll stop the clock with 9 seconds to go. It'll bring up 3rd down and goal from the 3.
Wasted about 12 seconds there.
Yeah, big wasted a lot of time there running the football with no timeouts to go. He was stuffed at the line of scrimmage.
Now they're going to have to probably throw.
Oh, they're going to have to throw it in the end zone because they can't stop.
Yeah, 9 seconds to go. Here it's 3rd down and goal from the 3. Uvalde straight to the line of scrimmage here. Davila out of the gun, 4 wide. Martinez the lone back. Takes the snap, hands it off Martinez, and he's not going to get it, and they can't stop the clock. That is not good play calling, and that is the end of the first half. Medina Valley stops the Coyotes on 3rd down and goal. The clock runs out, and your score at halftime, Medina Valley 35, Uvalde 7. We'll take a break in just a few minutes here, but Medina Valley with a 35-7 lead over Uvalde at halftime, and I do not understand that play call there to end the half. You have 9 seconds left. They went with a run. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Panther Football, and we will continue in just a moment.
Trust 4 Winds Air Conditioning and Heating for residential and commercial service. 4 Winds provides maintenance, repairs, equipment upgrades, and heat load calculations for new construction design and installation. 4 Winds offers financing on anything over $300. Family owned and operated since 2006. 4 Winds Heating and Air Conditioning. Call 210-892-2925 or on the web at number 4windsacandheat.com.
When you put money in our bank, you started a chain reaction. We made an auto loan. A local car dealer sold a car. A car salesman got a commission. His wife bought groceries. The checker at the supermarket got a paycheck. You made that happen. Thanks. Come home to Castroville State Bank. Member FDIC. Visit us online at castrovillestatebank.com.
Every team knows that the 2-point play can be a winning move. That's why State Farm agent Hazel Russell and her team are here to help you go for two by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell at 830-931-3441 today. Or stop by her office at 1103 Highway 90 West in Castroville. You're watching Medina Valley Football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Panther Stadium. We're at halftime here at Homecoming, in Medina Valley leading Uvalde 35-7. Uvalde's band will play for a little while. They're not going to go through their full routine because of how sloppy the field is, so they'll play to their crowd over there, and then they'll have the Homecoming king and queen here for Medina Valley. But Medina Valley leading Uvalde 35-7, and this game started off well for Medina Valley. First possession came out, and a 31-yard touchdown pass from Alec Child to Garrett Leggett started the scoring. Medina Valley would take a 7-0 lead. They'd come back, and Masters would get a 13-yard run to put it in, quickly up 14-0. Uvalde would get a long pass play in the corner of the end zone, and the receiver made a great play over there for Uvalde going up to get that ball, made it 14-7, and after that, it was all Medina Valley. You had a 25-yard run from Jacob Solis. You had a big 62-yard run from Logan Masters on a broken play, managed to somehow pick the ball up reverse field and run for a touchdown. And Medina Valley just up 35-7 in this game, and Uvalde has not had an answer for Medina Valley's running attack or for their offense in this game.
Knowing what the running attack is doing is it's opening up the play action for Alec Child, and if it wasn't for one miscue on a 4th down and short, the Panthers probably would have 7 more points on the board. But it's 35-7, and just to look around the district at the scores, Jared, there is nothing. There is only one shock, and that is how easily the Alamo Heights Mules are taking care of the Lockhart Lions at Lockhart. It was 35-0 at one time. Memorial is not putting up any effort against Kerrville-Tivy, which is what we thought would happen. And Kennedy is not giving much resistance either to
well, and I'll go
Bernie Champion.
I'll go through some scores around the area here right now. You got number 6 team in the state, Falls City, beating Runge 52-13. Harper beating Sabinal at halftime 27-6. Also, Natalia and Dilley tied at 0 in the third quarter. Also, a team down in Mason, they're the number 1 team in the state. They're beating Junction 28-0 at halftime. Moving down here, Marion over Karn City 35-0. Crystal City beating Divine. Or actually, that's a tie ball game at halftime. Crystal City 8, Divine 8 at the half. Hondo losing to Poteet at halftime 6-3.
Where is that game played?
It's at Poteet.
Poteet.
Cole is beating Lytle 17-3 at halftime. Pearsall on top of Carrizo Springs 21-9 at the half. Cuero, number 5 team in the state, beating Llano tonight 48-3 at halftime. Wimberley on top of Bandera 21-14. That game's in the second quarter. Dripping Springs on top of Lanier 49-0. In the district, Alamo Heights 42, Lockhart nothing at halftime. Steele beating New Braunfels High School 24-0 at the half. Kennedy 0, Bernie Champion 27 at halftime. And Kerrville-Tivy beating Memorial 48-0. That game's at halftime also. Moving down the...
Is the Champion play last night?
No, that game's going on right now. It's at halftime.
What is the score? I'm
27-0 over Kennedy. And Judson beating Smithson Valley at halftime 21-0. And
I think Judson might be for real this year.
Yeah, I think you're right. And looking at some of last night's games, Southwest beat McCullum 49-0. Pleasanton lost to Bernie High School 38-7.
And Pleasanton was coming in with a pretty high-powered offense.
Yeah.
Their quarterback and their wide receiver. And Bernie not only shut them down, they posted up 30-something points against Pleasanton. That was more of a shock than what I thought. I thought because we watched Bernie and we know how dangerous Hodo can be. And I'm telling you something. In the playoffs, they're going to be a team that's going to be tough to handle.
Yep. And tomorrow night, LaPryor will be visiting D'Hanis. That game will be at Butch Wolves Stadium in D'Hanis as they play all their home games on Saturday nights. And so those are some of the scores from around the area. No big surprises in district play other than how handily Alamo Heights is on top of Lockhart. I kind of figured that Heights would have the upper hand in that game, but I didn't know they'd be up 42-0 at halftime.
No, and you got to wonder if Lockhart may have just packed it in. You don't know because I'm telling you, the two Ellison brothers that we faced in the first
district game,
they must not be available or something, or because they were fast and they posted a threat for Medina Valley.
Yeah,
Medina
they did.
Valley had a hard time controlling them, and the situation is kind of the same as Alamo Heights going up there. There was probably a chance of rain the whole way up there. Medina Valley played them and had that lightning delay and had to wait a while to finish the game.
Well, and think of this though. Here's one of the things that might have made that a closer game is the fact that both teams run the same offense. You've got a team in Alamo Heights and Tivy that's going to spread it out. They're going to throw the ball, and I don't think Lockhart has the athletes to match up with them on the defensive end as that, whereas Medina Valley, a predominantly running team, it was the first game of district. You want to see what that running game can do against Lockhart. They played well. You had the lightning delay mixed in there, but I think that's a lot of the reason that game was a lot closer than what you're seeing them play some of the other teams in the district.
Yeah, you had the mirror image of yourself on the other side of the line and know the tendencies and the intricacies that come about. So, as Jared mentioned, that's probably the case of why it was closer than the game against Alamo Heights tonight, as Heights spreads the ball out a little bit and forces the issue where the Panthers are pretty much, keep the ball in the ground and pound, and that's what you saw. You didn't, the game, when the game was going on, the game didn't last but about an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Because of the running for both sides. It just was the lightning delay that caused everything to be out of flux.
Yep, and one thing that Maury mentioned in the show Wednesday night is every home game has had a threat of rain. We had the lightning delay against Bernie High School. Then you had the Hondo game that was moved to Hondo because of the rain.
Because of this situation that we're seeing tonight, this field is just a mess.
Yeah, it is a mess. And you're not having any rain here tonight, but you have the effects of the rain. We had the lightning delay in Lockhart. Medina Valley the Bernie Champion game was a chance of rain. Luckily, nothing happened there. That was the only home game Medina Valley's had that didn't have rain in it or some effects from it. And, this is your second to last home game. There's only one more against Alamo Heights. The game next week, I'd like to remind everybody again, that game is on Thursday night at Edgewood Veterans Stadium, where Medina Valley played Kennedy a week ago. That game will be at 7 o'clock, and we will be on the air at 6:30 there at Edgewood. So Medina Valley taking on Memorial next week on Thursday night.
I know you said it's a limited halftime with the Uvalde band just playing to their crowd, but I can't really blame them if it wasn't, because they'd be trampling through the mud, and it would just make the field worse for football in the second half, because right now the field is just totally tore up. There's you can't see any resemblance of any hash marks whatsoever from the 20 to the 20. And,
Yeah, and I mean,
and we've seen results of it,
Yeah.
A busted play where it looked like the Panthers were going to lose yards. Masters picks it up and just outruns everybody 60-something yards to the end zone, where the Panthers looked like they were going to lose 5 or 6 yards, and he busted a big play on a broken play for a touchdown. But it's still the same, Jeff. Both teams got to play through this mess, Jeff. And, what do you see happening in the second half?
Second half, I see Medina Valley coming. Like I told y'all during the second quarter, the sloppiness, not on the field, actually,
play.
but on the way that the kids played, the penalties in the first series and first quarter, the penalties, the yap in their mouths, a lot of negative things that happened during the first half where this could be a lot worse. That's what they're in there talking about right now. They're talking about get your composure back. And last week we talked that the players, the first team, wouldn't come out in the second half. You're going to see them in the second half tonight. And just because of the way they played the first half. And it may be one series, but he's in there right now. Coach Sosa's in there right now preaching, we got to be clean, we got to be crisp, let's have a good series, and let's see where it goes from here. So adjustments, Medina Valley really doesn't make any. They need to come back out, they need to play their base stuff and do some things well, right? Uvalde's adjustments. You know what I'm impressed with? That quarterback moves his feet. He throws a good ball.
Well, and he's had time.
And he's had plenty of
to
time.
find receivers. His receivers so far tonight have let him down big time.
Okay, so Medina Valley, what they're doing defensively, they're playing a shell zone back there. And they're just trying to let the front four rush. They haven't blitzed. They haven't gone man coverage. They hadn't done anything like that because they're letting those front four work. Okay, maybe they've seen something in video. They don't want to let the guy out of the pocket or something. They're keeping a nice pocket and making him throw the ball from the pocket. But he's throwing it, and he's throwing it on time, and he's got really good feet. He moves. He goes 12-6, moving his feet back and forth, and he finds the open receiver. And he goes through his progressions real well. So if I'm Uvalde, I'm just, you know what, we hit a couple of plays. We're back in the game, and go from there.
Well, we saw the one time he broke containment on the third down and 10, when they were on Medina Valley's side of the field. He scrambled and got 16 yards and got it down to the 3-yard line.
Right.
Now, after that,
not so
you
much.
got to question
I think
the play calling with no timeouts left.
Well, that's we're not supposed to badmouth coaches on here or anything like that.
Not
but that's
badmouthing.
pretty
I just
bad.
said you got to question the play calling.
Yeah,
that
was a pretty bad play call when you know you can't stop the clock, so you do not run it. You take a shot in the end zone, and then if you don't get it on third down, you've got fourth down to either kick a field goal or take another shot in the end zone. But if you run it and get stopped short, the clock's going to run out on you. And that's exactly what happened.
is it kept the momentum back with Medina Valley, where Uvalde could have kind of stole it a little bit going into halftime. That was
a huge opportunity right there for them to get back in the game, and they missed it. So we're going to go ahead, Maury, real quick. We're going to take a little break and hear from some of our sponsors. This is the North Park Chevrolet broadcast of Medina Valley football.
The Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
Here at Medina Valley Broadcast Network, we love all sports. We currently broadcast football, volleyball, basketball, softball, and baseball. We not only serve Medina Valley, we also can broadcast other schools in the area in multiple sports. If your business is interested in having us broadcast a single game or a season, and you want to be part of the action, contact Jeff Stivers at 830-931-4504 or email him at jeff@mvbn.net.
At North Park Chevrolet in Castro, we offer the most exceptional experience in sales and service. Shop our large new and pre-owned selection with complimentary maintenance on new vehicles, upfront posted pricing, 10-day trade-in appraisal guarantee, and a 48-hour return policy. Our factory-trained technicians will take care of you after the sale with easy menu pricing, courtesy vehicles, and a complimentary car wash with every service. Come see us at 1955 Highway 90 East or call 210-640-3184. Shop us online or schedule service at npchevy.com. Experience Chevrolet, the North Park way.
Double T Outfitters offers deer, dove, turkey, quail, and exotic hunts in Southwest Texas on over 20,000 low-fenced acres. They facilitate professional guide services, lodging, and fantastic meals while providing the best in Southwest hunting. Contact Double T Outfitters to find out details about their current package hunts. Contact owner Brett Ferguson at 210-413-1597 or online at doublethunting.com. Sammy's Restaurant and Habeas Alsatian Bakery, 2 legendary landmarks in Castroville. From breakfast to delicious hometown lunch specials and more, Sammy's satisfies your taste buds with the unique flavor of Castroville. And from fresh baked breads to pies and pastries, South Texans have made Habeas Alsatian Bakery a must-to-visit since 1940. Sammy's Restaurant, online at sammysrestaurant.com. Habeas Alsatian Bakery, online at habeasbakery.com. You're watching Medina Valley Football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
Back here at Panther Stadium, as Medina Valley leading 35-7, they're introducing the homecoming court onto the field right now, and they did it the smart way here this year because the middle of the field's so sloppy. Usually you have them walk down the 50-yard line there. This year they're coming in from the 10 on each side right here on the Medina Valley side of the field and keeping it in the drier, not so messy part of the field. But 35-7 is your halftime score here, and I would expect in the second half, I think Medina Valley will come out and maybe have their first team on the field for maybe half the third quarter, maybe the full third quarter, try to work on a few things, and then if things keep going their way, I'd expect them to get their second teamers in there to get a little more experience going farther in the district and see them get some experience for some of their younger players.
Absolutely. But like I said, I told Maury earlier, they're going to try to crispen things up. The first half was sloppy, not the field of play, but the play was sloppy. So I expect to see their first string out there again. Hey, Jared, real quick, I need to go ahead and mention, about the volleyball. I know you mentioned it a little bit at the beginning, but the volleyball team has qualified for the playoffs, and they'll be starting playoff play on about the 28th, 29th, somewhere in there, that Tuesday of that week. And if you're looking to want to be a sponsor and allow Medina Valley Broadcast Network to bring you the game, we will be doing audio broadcast. UIL does not allow video except for a huge fee. You can do it, but they will allow us to do a audio broadcast. So if you want to get on board, give me a call, 830-931-4504. We'd love to have you on board to be a sponsor of the volleyball playoffs. And
yeah, you're right, and Coach Griggs has done a phenomenal job with the girls this year. This is the first time they made the playoffs in, I think, 3 years, and I don't think they've won a playoff game in about 8 years. So
7 or 8 years is what they said the other night.
Yeah, and the girls with a great opportunity this year to do that. They've looked good this year. They played the top team in the district down to the final set there, losing the first set, fought back, played them down to the end of the wire there against Harlan. Yeah, you're right. They're the only ones that won a set against Harlan this year there in their gym. And so the girls doing a good job and some exciting things coming for them as they come closer to the playoffs for volleyball.
Well, and as we mentioned, what this win did tonight, it assured Medina Valley of a second-place finish. If they win next Tuesday, they wrap up second place. And the way it looks like they may be playing Alamo Heights in the first round of the playoffs. So that is yet to be determined because the Panthers still have a game match yet next Tuesday.
And that'll be live here on the Medina Valley Broadcast Network. Yeah, that'll be a video broadcast. Dwayne Garza and will be there to bring you the play-by-play of that game. And I've listened to a couple of his broadcasts. I know it's the first time he's done volleyball, but he's done a good job. It's exciting to listen to Dwayne on the radio doing those volleyball games. You and I have
both done volleyball, and the job that Dwayne is doing is admirable because I'm telling you something, volleyball is not easy to call whatsoever. It is quick, and it is tough to call.
Especially when you're doing just an audio broadcast, which is what the playoff games are going to be. Those are very tough, and I just like to make sure that everyone knows how good of a job Dwayne is doing. If you haven't listened to him, tune into those volleyball broadcasts.
He's doing a tremendous job, absolutely.
Yeah, and basketball getting started at Medina Valley this week also, girls and boys. Basketball getting going. And I know later on in the year, I don't know if we'll have any basketball games on the air for you. We might. We're going to try to. I know when baseball and softball kicks in later on in the springtime, some of those games will be on the broadcast network here. But first of all, looking forward to the volleyball team getting in the playoffs and Medina Valley's season going forward here in football and into the playoffs.
Absolutely.
And there is still opportunities for y'all out there to sponsor the volleyball games, the playoff games. Just contact Jeff Stivers via email or on his cell number. So if you want to be part of the action, just sign up, let Jeff know, and jump on board. And they are announcing the homecoming, and we have, how many young ladies are out there vying for the crown? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that correct?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8.
But I think Jeff was saying they have one for different classes now.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. They just crowned the queen. I couldn't exactly hear who it was. Alejandra Cruz is your homecoming queen.
Well, is that?
Or was that the princess? That's the princess. Okay.
Prince and princess.
Prince
Okay.
and princess.
And then they have got to stand right where the players are standing. Ooh. They are standing in literally mud. I mean,
on the sideline.
On the sidelines. That is, wow.
And your homecoming king, and I did not hear his name, but he's one of on the dance team for Medina Valley. And
he's one of the silver, or what the silver? No, what are they? Strutters or
Top
Cats? Top Cats. Okay.
Yeah, he's one of the dancers, and honestly, he's one of the better dancers they have. We watched him; he's great at it.
He is tremendous down there.
Frankie Rivera is his name. He's the homecoming king.
And this was
Serena Lloyd.
Serena Lloyd is the homecoming queen for Medina Valley this year. So congratulations to them on being voted king and queen. And we'll go ahead and take a break and come back.
You can congratulate them, but they're not getting congratulated down there. They are standing in a mud hole.
No,
down
you're
there.
right.
It is unbelievable.
We're going to go ahead and take a break and come back. You're listening to Panther Football, and we'll continue in a moment.
Look for the Medina Valley Broadcast Network on Facebook. Like us, and you'll always get the latest on Panther sports and news from MVBN.
Security State Bank has one simple goal: to be the best bank possible to the families and businesses of South Texas. We believe in superior customer service, active community involvement, fair and honest business ethics, and loyalty. We've been in Castroville for a year now, and we've enjoyed growing with you. Come by 1726 Highway 90 East or call us at 830-538-9898. A real person will answer, because that's how we do business, with common courtesy and uncommon service. Bank online at securitystbk.com. Security State Bank, South Texas. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Here at Medina Valley Broadcast Network, we love all sports. We currently broadcast football, volleyball, basketball, softball, and baseball. We not only serve Medina Valley, we also can broadcast other schools in the area in multiple sports. If your business is interested in having us broadcast a single game or a season, and you want to be part of the action, contact Jeff Stivers at 830-931-4504 or email him at jeff@mvbn.net.
Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact institution for details.
Tickets, popcorn, and sodas. That'll be $35. Cash or debit?
Debit! I mean, I'd like to use my debit card, please. Can I do it?
Okay.
All right! Swiping now!
What if paying with your debit card was always this exciting? Kasasa Cashback is a free checking account that pays you for everyday debit card purchases every month you qualify. Plus, with ATM withdrawal fee refunds nationwide, that's a lot of extra cash to spend on whatever you like.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Community National Bank. Member FDIC.
You're watching Medina Valley Football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
Back here at Panther Stadium, 35-7 at halftime is your score, as some of the Panther players have come out and started getting warmed up for the second half. We still got about 3 minutes left at halftime here. The Medina Valley Band will perform after the ball game because of the homecoming festivities that happened here just now, and congratulations to
the Prince and Princess and the
King and Queen.
King and Queen.
Yep. And now Medina Valley just has that 35-7 lead. And Maury, what's your outlook for the second half here?
Well, Uvalde's going to get the ball to start the second half. They could have made it really, really, really interesting right before halftime if they could have punched it in and got another score and then got a score here to start the second half. But the clock ran out on them as they were getting ready to score. They had no timeouts left. They used them prior to that last drive or one before during that drive. But the Panthers stiffened up on the goal line and held them out of the end zone. And the Panthers are in good shape here, Jared. I look to see Uvalde not run the ball too many times here in the second half. They're going to air it out. And as we talked, at halftime, Panthers are playing a shell of a defense where they're not putting that much of pressure on the quarterback, keeping him contained, because we saw the one time he did break containment, he ran it down close to the goal line. But I think the Panthers need to mix in some blitzes and some stunts every once in a while to keep the quarterback, keep him under containment and don't give him so long to pick his receivers, because his receivers tonight have let him down big time.
Yeah, they have. He's thrown some balls right in their hands that they've dropped. And like you said, he's been able to pitch a tent in the backfield. But Medina Valley's only bringing their front line. They're not bringing any blitzes or linebackers. They're not mixing things up like that. They've just been going with their front line pass rush. And you might see Medina Valley try something different in the second half to try to get a little more pressure on him.
But if you look at the scoreboard, it's 35-7.
Yeah. Do you really want to?
Why?
Yeah. Why? Just to try, just to see what you can do.
So, but you got to show it a little bit to the other team. Show that you do have that in your package, in your arsenal, and you can put pressure on the quarterback, other than just the four-man rush.
And we're going to go ahead and take a break here, and then we'll come back with the second half. You're listening to Panther Football, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet, and we'll continue in just a moment.
The Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
From the time our alarm clock rings in the morning to when we turn the lights off at night, electricity plays an important role in our lives. But most of the time, we don't even think about it. And you don't have to, because the employees at Medina Electric Cooperative are behind the scenes making sure you get reliable, affordable electricity delivered to your house or business. Your cooperative is here for you, and we have been since 1938. Connect with Medina Electric on Facebook, Twitter, or at medinaec.org.
Once you start banking online, it all just starts to click. You get e-statements, online bill pay, 24/7 access, your whole financial picture right on your screen. Plus, with our bank, you get the local support you need to make it all work. Get clicking with online banking today. Come home to Castroville State Bank. Member FDIC. Visit us online at castrovillestatebank.com.
Weather in South Texas is unpredictable. That's why our neighbors in Medina Valley trust Four Winds Air Conditioning and Heating for residential and commercial service. Four Winds provides maintenance, repairs, equipment upgrades, and heat load calculations for new construction design and installation. Four Winds offers financing on anything over $300. Family owned and operated since 2006. Four Winds Heating and Air Conditioning. Call 210-892-2925 or on the web at number 4windsacandheat.com. Tondre Gwynn Funeral Home in Castroville, Texas has been providing funeral services to families in the Medina Valley and surrounding areas for many generations. Tondre Gwynn Funeral Home is proud to support the broadcast by the Medina Valley Broadcast Network for the athletes and students participating in this event. Go Panthers! Tondre Gwynn Funeral Home, Castroville, Texas. You may view obituaries at Tondre, Tondre-Gwynn, Guinn.com, or visit the Facebook page of Tondre Gwynn Funeral Home to view funeral notices. You're watching Medina Valley Football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
Take the kickoff from back here at Panther Stadium as Dawson Grove ready to kick it away here. And
the kickoff is sponsored by
Royce Grove Oil Company and Exxon. And Dawson ready to boot it away. One-man beep here for the Coyotes. That's Martinez, number 21. As we're ready to go here in the second half, Grove's kick is away, high end-over-end kick that's going to be fielded at the 32-yard line, called for a fair catch. Actually made it at the 28. Then it's going to be 1st and 10, Uvalde to start the second half.
So let's see what the Coyotes dial up here. Their first possession in the second half, trailing 35-7. See what the Panthers dial up here on defense, if they're going to stay in that shell type of defense, or if they're going to go after the quarterback when he drops back.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Coyotes. Ball at the 28-yard line. Make it the 29, just outside the 29-yard line. They'll come out with 3 wide receivers here for the Coyotes to the right as they move left to right here to start the second half. 35-7 Medina Valley leading. Davila takes the snap, looking to throw on the first play. Slipped, and he's going to get sacked in the backfield. When he tried to step up in the pocket, he lost his footing, and that allowed those big linemen to get to him and drop him for about a 6-yard loss.
Ferguson credited for the sack there for the Panthers. And that was just a basic 4-man rush once again.
And you wonder if some of the reason they're not able to get to him and get off the ball as quick is that footing, not able to get that leverage. 3 wide out to the right. They're going to hand the ball. Martinez, big hole to run through, and he slips trying to make a cut. Falls down after a gain of 4 or 5 yards. That could have been a bigger gain. Unfortunately for him, he couldn't keep his footing.
The yard marker, number 27, on the stop there for the defense. Actually,
yeah.
The 27 hash mark, which you can't even see right now.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and 11 here for the Coyotes. 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side, tight to the formation. Davila looking to throw, steps up, fires complete over the middle, but Marsh is right there to wrestle him to the ground. A gain of a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
If they give him a yard, they're going to give him a bunch, because Marsh broke down on the receiver and just made sure he stayed in front of him. Because, Jared, if he whiffs on that tackle, he's got some room to run.
And, give credit to the Medina Valley secondary in this game. Davila's been able to look around back there and have time, but nobody's open downfield. He's had to check down numerous times to a guy that's right there on the line of scrimmage or 2 yards downfield.
The one big play they had resulted in a touchdown, but there was great coverage on that play.
Snap back, kick is away, a high punt that's going to bounce at the 46, takes a Uvalde bounce, and will be down at the Medina Valley 49-yard line. So good field position for the Panthers to start their first drive in the second half.
That's just the way you wanted to dial it up if you're the Panthers to start the second half. A 3-and-out, and the Panthers will have the ball in good field position on their own 49.
And so Medina Valley will come to the line of scrimmage here. And they'll come straight out to the line of scrimmage from the sideline. Ball at their own 49-yard line. No wide receivers here. Alec Child under center. Gibson straight behind him, takes the snap, hands the ball to Gibson right up the middle, and he gets across midfield, down across the 45 to about the 43-yard line. Gain of 7 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 2.
Number 42, Andrew Thompson on the stop. Hard running by Gibson.
Just keep crediting that offensive line for opening those holes for him, managing to get, 7 yards on that carry. Ball at the 44. Man in motion, takes the snap, hands it Gibson up the middle, down across the 40, down to about the 38-yard line. First down for Medina Valley on a 5-yard gain.
And I'm not sure if the Coyote made the tackle. I cannot read the back of his jersey or the front of his jersey. It's so muddy. It was one of the linebackers for Uvalde.
It's number 12, I believe, for him.
12.
I can barely see his number on there, but yeah.
That's Canales for the Uvalde Coyotes.
9:36 to go here in the third quarter. Panthers with the ball, first down and 10. Ball at the Uvalde 37-yard line. Child under center, man in motion. Takes the snap, rolling out right, looking to throw. Child fires on the run. He's got a man open, incomplete. I think that was Sotelo wide over there. No, that was Leggett trying to slide down to make the catch and couldn't come up with the football. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Tried to come back for it, as we saw a couple of times in the previous games. On that same play, Alec just not getting the ball out there to his receiver. That ball was a little underthrown. Leggett tried to cut and come back for it, lost his footing.
Yep, after the incompletion, it's 2nd down and 10. Medina Valley right back to the line of scrimmage here. No wide receivers. Masters at the slot position here. Gibson behind. They're going to hand the ball off to Salas, and he's got some room to run. Gets across the 35 to the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. A pickup of 8. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
Good hard running there. And that was Canales once again on the stop, but good running there. Got him 3rd down in a manageable 1.5, 2 yards.
Good running play there by Salas again on that trap play. And they run it a lot to him, and he makes positive yards every time he touches the football. Now Pardo has come into the ball game. He's the back next to Gibson. Takes the snap here. Alec Child going to keep it himself, rolling out. Gets across the 30 down to about the 25 before he's knocked out of bounds.
He was ran out of bounds by number 7, Ryan De La Cruz.
It's going to be very close to the first down here. We'll see where they spot the football. I think he's going to get it. They're going to spot him at the 25-yard line. That should be plenty for the first down, and it is. The first down run by Alec Child. 1st and 10 Panthers from the 25-yard line. Medina Valley with another good-looking drive here to start the half. Child under center. Gibson the lone back. They'll send Pardo in motion from left to right. Hands the ball. Gibson, a lot of room to run. Turtles a man, still on his feet, and he's tripped up down near the 10-yard line. Big run by Gibson for 15 yards. And another first down for Medina Valley, and a big, big hole on the right side of that line.
Number 15, Raul Flores, saved a touchdown there as he tripped him up. Gibson jumped over the initial tackler and broke in the open, and Flores with a shoestring tackle, keeps Gibson out of the end zone.
How about the agility of Gibson to do? You got a big man like that on this field that'll jump over a guy. Too wide out to the left here for the Panthers. First down and goal, ball at the 10. Child changing up the play at the line of scrimmage. Takes the snap, rolling out left, looking to throw. Has some room, he's going to tuck it down and run himself. Getting near the end zone, he goes out of bounds around the 2-yard line. Good job that time by Child just to pull it down and run. It's going to be 2nd down and goal, and it looks like they're going to spot him at the 1.
Got 9 yards as the ball was set right on the 10, so he got down to the 1-yard line. They flooded the left side of the formation with receivers, drew him back into the end zone. Child didn't have an open receiver, tucked it and ran for a good 9 yards.
Yep, 2nd down and goal from the 1 here for the Panthers. Medina Valley to the line, nobody wide. Child takes a snap, hands it off. Gibson, touchdown, Medina Valley. 5th player to score a touchdown for the Panthers here this evening. In your new score, Medina Valley 41, Uvalde 7, and Grove on to try to tack on the extra point.
Which Dawson in this conditions tonight has been perfect so far. Trying to go 6 for 6 here.
You know, it was his extra point ability that got him the win over Bernie Champion. It was Champion that botched an extra point on the snap, and Medina Valley ended up winning 35-34 because of his ability to make extra points. Good snap. Grove's kick is up, and it is good. So with 7:43 to go in the third quarter, your score Medina Valley 42, Uvalde 7. We'll take a quick break and come back. You're listening to Panther Football, and we will continue in just a moment.
Like Medina Valley Broadcast Network on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at MVBroadnet and visit the official website at mvbn.net. Get the latest and join the conversation about all things Medina Valley sports. Come on, let's talk.
At North Park Chevrolet in Castroville, we offer the most exceptional experience in sales and service. Shop our large new and pre-owned selection with complimentary maintenance on new vehicles, upfront posted pricing, 10-day trade-in appraisal guarantee, and a 48-hour return policy. Our factory-trained technicians will take care of you after the sale with easy menu pricing, courtesy vehicles, and a complimentary car wash with every service. Come see us at 1955 Highway 90 East or call 210-640-3184. Shop us online or schedule service at npchevy.com. Experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway.
You're watching Medina Valley Football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
We're back here at Panther Stadium, where Medina Valley ready to kick it away, and Grove with a high end-over-end kick that's going to be fielded at the 27-yard line. Looking for some running room, going around the left side up to the 35, and he's pushed out of bounds around the 37-yard line. It'll be first down and 10. I'd like to apologize a little bit for the static during the commercials that you're hearing. It's one of the ports in the computer here is going bad, and we're going to get that fixed for the upcoming games. We know that there is static during the commercial breaks, and we unplug that cable as soon as we come back on, but until then just bear with us here, but we'll get that fixed in the upcoming weeks ahead. First down and 10 for the Coyotes. Ball at the 37-yard line of Uvalde. 42-7 is your score. Medina Valley on top. 7:36 to go in the third. Takes the snap. Davila out of the shotgun. Takes a throw downfield, and he has a man open, but he underthrew him into double coverage. It falls incomplete, and it'll bring up second down and 10.
Dante Henry and Cole Modulin on the coverage for the Panthers.
Davila got knocked around pretty good after the throw there by Steele Perry, and, that time, the guy had both defenders beat but underthrown. If he leads that ball, he actually has a shot at making the play.
The pressure forced him to throw it a little early.
Hey, Jared Maury, also like to mention that Steele Perry found out this week that he is Medina Valley's representative in the San Antonio All-Star football game. We'd like to wish Steele Perry congratulations for that honor.
Great job.
Yeah,
great
absolutely.
Honor. Grant Snyder on the stop there.
On second down and 10, they try to run with Martinez, and he managed to pick up 5 yards. It'll bring up third down and 5. So the Coyotes straight back to the line of scrimmage. 7:10 to play. Third quarter, Davila out of the gun. 2 wide on each side of the formation. Takes the snap, drops back. Looking to pass, slips once, now throws. Almost picked off, and that would have been a pick 6 by Charlie Marsh. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it.
He knows it, too. He was looking, and he even just motioned to the coach to the sidelines. I had that one.
Oh.
And he jumped that route. He was watching the quarterback as the back come out of the backfield. He watched it, and he jumped that route.
Yeah.
And, oh, my, that was almost a pick 6.
So here is Uvalde ready to punt here on fourth down. Good snap. Punt is away. Pretty decent punt this time. It will take a bounce and just die right there in the mud. And it'll be downed at the 33, make it the 34-yard line of Medina Valley, and that's where the Panthers will take over on first and 10.
Trace Ferguson came in there and was putting a little pressure on the punter, and he dove to try to block the punt, and he dove right in the mud hole. That was
probably got him a face full of mud, too, in his eyes. Oh,
I bet his mama's saying, I'm glad I don't have to wash that jersey. Because he looks like he just rolled around in a mud hole.
Medina Valley back to the line of scrimmage. Child still in there at quarterback for the Panthers. We're about halfway through the third quarter. Child under center, 1 wide receiver out to the right. They'll send Hernandez in motion. Child rolling out, looking to throw. Fires on the run, complete out to Leggett, who tries to cut inside and make the first man miss, but he's taken down at the 41-yard line. Pickup of 7. It'll bring up second and 3.
Defensive back Raul Flores on the stop there, but a good throw and a good catch.
Give him a gain of 8 that time. They spot him up to the 42-yard line instead of the 41. It'll bring up second down and 2 yards to go. As Lexi Neeb checks into the ball game for the Panthers, bringing the play in from the sideline. He'll be wide out to the right. Child under center. They'll send Hernandez in motion. They're going to hand the ball off on a trap play to Pardo, who is taken down by the ankles at the 45-yard line, but he did get the first down, picked up 3 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 Medina Valley.
Ryan De La Cruz on the stop there, but not before Pardo gets enough for the first down.
And so Medina Valley now just trying to get some yardage here, eat some clock down in this ball game. You have a 42-7 lead against Uvalde. Ooh, that center almost fell there. Slipped running up to the line. Leggett wide out to the left. They're going to pitch the ball off here. I think that's number 24 in there. That's Diego Morales on a sweep around the left side. There are flags down at the 45.
That's in the holding area.
Yeah,
right there.
That was
the chop block area.
That's going to be about a 20-yard gain. Negate it here for a hold against Medina Valley. That was something we haven't seen much of, and that was Morales in there with that little pitch on the sweep coming around the left side there. Got a couple of blockers out in front of him. Good successful play there other than the holding call. And where they threw those flags, I don't think that hold really had much to do with the outcome of the play itself, but it'll be a 10-yard penalty, and it's going to be 1st down and 20 here for the Panthers. First and 19, they actually go from the spot of the foul. And so one wide out to the left here. Child's going to pitch the ball again. Same play this time. That's Morales again. He gets up across the 45 to the 47-yard line. Good pickup that time. It's going to be a gain of 13 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
Got the penalty yards back and then some. De La Cruz on the stop once again, but you cannot talk enough about the job the offensive line is doing so far tonight.
Yeah, they've done an outstanding job. Nobody wide here for the Panthers. Child comes out under center. Alec takes the snap. He's going to hand the ball off. This time it's Hernandez looking for some running room. Gets up across midfield to the 48-yard line of Uvalde. Pickup of about 5 yards that time. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 2 or 3.
De La Cruz and Gonzalez on the stop for Medina Valley.
3rd down and 3 here for the Panthers. Ball at the Uvalde 48-yard line. 4:04 to play here in the 3rd quarter. The Panthers get the play in here from the sideline and get ready to come back to the line of scrimmage. They'll send 2 wide out to the right. Child takes the snap, hands the ball off up the middle. Not going to get the first down. He's going to be about half a yard shy. That was Morales on the carry for Medina Valley. It's going to bring up 4th down and inches here for the Panthers.
Number 9 on the stop there, Chris Embers. And you got to go for it here.
Yeah, you're right. Here you're in Uvalde territory.
You need a foot, and you got 45 in the backfield.
Well, if they even put him in the ball game, you haven't seen him on this drive yet. They're keeping him out, and it's not a player they want to get injured. They'll come to the line here. Gibson not in the ball game. Uvalde showing blitz here. They hand it Morales, 1st down. Gets 2 yards when he needed 1, and it'll be 1st and 10 Medina Valley.
Right over the right guard and the right tackle for the 1st down. Big, good, hard running there in between the tackles by number 24.
As Medina Valley with another 1st down. Ball down to the 43-yard line of Uvalde. 2:40 and counting to go here in the 3rd quarter. Panthers to the line of scrimmage here. Hernandez and Morales, the two backs down behind Child. Two wide receivers here for the Panthers, and Child looking to throw. Let's fly left side toward Leggett, and he just led him too far. Pass goes out of bounds. It'll be incomplete, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
Well, Child pretty much was predetermined where he was going to throw that ball at the snap, as he didn't look off anybody else, just took a couple of steps back and threw it up, but he had pressure coming from the inside. But that was one of those where if the cornerback chips the receiver any at all, he's not going to be there for the ball.
More, I'm looking at some of the scores from around the area. About Natalia and Dilly 0-0 with 1:13 to go in that ball game.
Oh, wow.
They'll send a man in motion here. Hernandez on 2nd down and 10. Hands it off on a trap play. This is Pardo up the middle, and he's going to get close to a 1st down and be about a yard short. Pickup of 9. It'll bring up 3rd and 1.
He's tripped up by number 30 for Uvalde. That's Emmanuel Gonzalez.
Crystal City leading Divine starting the 4th quarter, 20-16 your score there. Hondo now on top of Poteet, 17-14 with 9 minutes to go in that ball game. As Medina Valley back to the line of scrimmage here, 3rd down and a long yard to go here for the Panthers. No wide receivers here, 2 backs for Medina Valley. Child rolling out, looking to throw. Still rolling out. Now he's going to tuck it down, throws on the run, just throws it away. Made the good decision that time. He had nobody open downfield. It's going to bring up 4th down and a yard.
Yeah, it went kind of for the home run with 3rd down and short. Now it's going to bring up 4th and that same yard. Minute and 35 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. 42-7 in favor of the Panthers is your score.
Yeah, and we've seen Medina Valley starting to kind of get some of their starters out of the ball game here progressively. Gibson, Masters, Solis no longer in the ball game. We've seen a lot of Morales. We've seen Pardo and Hernandez running the football here on this possession for the Panthers. They'll come out here on 4th and 1 to go for it. Takes a snap. Man falls down, and that is going to end the Panthers' drive. That was Hernandez slipping down to the ground as he got the football. It'll be a turnover on downs here for Medina Valley. And, I mean, can't really blame Hernandez on that one. You know, he slipped twice tonight. Unfortunately, it's just bad footing for him there.
The play was there.
Yeah.
The yardage was there. The hole was there. He just, when he planted to go upfield, he lost his footing. There's nobody more disappointed than Hernandez as he walked off the field, kind of disgusted. But, you know, unfortunately, there ain't much you can do when you lose your footing.
No, you're exactly right. And Uvalde's going to come out here straight to the line of scrimmage. They take over 1st down and 10 at the Medina Valley 37-yard, or at the Uvalde 37-yard line, rather.
A lot of white numbers out there on defense.
Yep, you're right. A lot of new defense, and a lot of new players in there defensively for Medina Valley. Davila's still in there, takes it. They're going to pitch it on the option left side. Has some room to run. He's dragged down, only a gain of a couple of yards.
Great job out there in the end by Devin Stubing, pulling the receiver down in open territory. Great open field tackle.
Picked up a couple of yards on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 8 now for the Coyotes as they come back to the line of scrimmage. They go from the pistol here. They'll have 2 backs. Martinez back behind Davila, takes the snap, looking to throw with some time. Now he's trying to scramble to find a man open here. Throws it deep downfield, and that's going to be caught by number 8. Is that 81 or is that Martinez? That's number 81. DeAndre Carroll on the reception. He got hit by Modgeling right as the ball got there, and he managed to hang on. He almost got away for a touchdown.
I thought Cole was going to intercept that ball for a while as that ball was up in the air. Modgeling came in and delivered the blow, but he hung on to it.
So it's 1st and 10, Uvalde, ball at the Medina Valley 32-yard line. Takes the snap, hands the ball off up the middle, pushes across the 30 to about the 29-yard line. Picks up 3 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7. That was number 1, Joel Valdez, on the carry for the Coyotes.
Zach Hecker and Snyder on the stop.
And that is going to end the 3rd quarter of play, so we'll flip things around here for the 4th quarter. Your score after 3, Medina Valley 42, Uvalde 7. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Panther Football, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet, and we'll continue in a moment.
MVBN.
From the time our alarm clock rings in the morning to when we turn the lights off at night, electricity plays an important role in our lives. But most of the time, we don't even think about it. And you don't have to, because the employees at Medina Electric Cooperative are behind the scenes making sure you get reliable, affordable electricity delivered to your house or business. Your cooperative is here for you, and we have been since 1938. Connect with Medina Electric on Facebook, Twitter, or at medinaec.org.
You're watching Medina Valley Football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Panther Stadium. As we go to the fourth quarter, we'll flip things around. Uvalde now moving right to left with the football. 2nd down and 7. The ball is at the Medina Valley 30, or make it the 29-yard line. As the Coyotes take the snap, Davila looking to throw. Rolling out, right side under pressure, throws complete on the run. Going to be close to the first down. That was number 24, Nicholas Gonzalez, on the reception. He's going to be about a yard short of the first. It'll be 3rd and 1.
Grant Snyder on the stop there for Medina Valley, along with Tanner Bippert.
So 3rd and 1 upcoming here. Uvalde staying in that pistol formation. 2 wide receivers out to the right for them. Takes the snap. Hands the ball off to Valdez, and he's going to get dropped for a loss of a yard on the play. Had nowhere to go, and it's going to bring up 4th down and 2, and I know Uvalde's going to go for it.
Steele Perry and Grant Snyder on the stop, and Jared, I think he almost maybe lost a little bit there, huh?
He lost a yard, yeah. It's going to bring up 4th down and 2. Medina Valley's proven to be able to stop Uvalde on 4th down a couple of times so far this evening. One of those was on a 4th down and 2 early in the ball game. Out of the pistol here. Takes a snap. Tripp looking to run the option here. Davila trying to cut up field and get some yards. He's going to be close to the first down. I think he got it.
Going to get it on effort alone.
Yeah, and player down for Uvalde here, and they're calling to the sideline for some help.
And that 4th down play you were talking about, Jared, that the Panthers held them, that, I believe, was the
first possession of the game.
First possession of the game for Uvalde, and the Panthers had done scored.
Yep.
And we were questioning why Uvalde was going for it on their side of the field that early in the ball game, only being down by 7 points. They turned the ball over on downs, and Medina Valley punched it in and got the 14-point lead.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And player up for Uvalde, walking off the field under his own power. That's good to see. 10:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. While he gets off the field here, scores from around the district. Alamo Heights 48, Lockhart 14. 10:28 to go in the fourth quarter. Bernie Champion 27, Kennedy nothing. That game still shows at halftime. They haven't updated that score in a while. And I believe the Tivy score's gone final. That's why I can't find it down here at the bottom of the screen right now. But they had a big lead against Memorial. And there is a timeout on the field here. Medina Valley took a timeout. Crystal City beating Divine 28-16.
They've actually
I'd like to
increase that lead.
Divine, yeah, they have. And this timeout brought to you by Peerless Equipment Company, specializing in irrigation equipment, booster pumps, and it's about anything that moves water. Peerless Equipment will take care of that. And so Uvalde comes out of the timeout here with 3 wide out to the right. 1st down and 10. Quarterback in the ball game now for Uvalde.
Number 22.
That's number 22. No, there's no 22 on their roster. That's 21 Martinez, who's been at running back, and he's going to take off with it with a lot of room inside the 10-5, and he's brought down at the 3-yard line. So Martinez dropped back, looked like he wanted to throw, and just took off with it, got a big gain, and it's 1st and goal.
Pretty much like a wild coyote, a wildcat there move. We got him running back lined up in the backfield as the quarterback was the player that was injured for a little bit. He's up there standing by the coach like he's ready to come in, but they're not letting him come in yet.
Martinez out of the shotgun here, 3 wide out to the right. Takes the snap, hands the ball off to Valdez up the middle. He gets stood up at the goal line and pushed back. There is a flag down on the far side of the field here. This could be an offside against Medina Valley, and I think that's what they're going to call. I saw the line judge coming in saying offside, and that is the call against Medina Valley. So they'll replay the first down.
Move it half the distance to the goal, so it'll be on the 1.5. So Uvalde with first and goal now from right outside the 1, trailing 42-7.
So they'll come to the line here. Martinez still at quarterback. Valdez is loaned back to the right. 3 wide out to the right side of the formation. Martinez going to keep it himself, and he is in for the touchdown. With 9:38 to go, your new score 42-13. And Avila will come on to try to tack on an extra point here for the Coyotes. Found that Tivy score there. Final score against Memorial, 55-0 over the Minutemen. Medina Valley getting Memorial next Thursday at Edgewood Veterans Stadium. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock in that game. We will be on the air here on the Medina Valley Broadcast Network at 6:30.
That is next Thursday.
Kick is up, and it is good. So with 9:38 to go, your score 42-14. Medina Valley leading Uvalde. We'll take a break. You're listening to Panther Football, and we'll continue in a moment.
Net for great articles on all your favorite coaches, players, and more at mvbn.net, the official website of the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you. You're watching Medina Valley Football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
Back here at Panther Stadium, Medina Valley now leading 42-14 as Uvalde put one in the end zone there. And Valdez ready to kick it away. I wonder if we'll see some kind of, nope, not going to onside kick it. High end over and kick, and it goes by Moduling into the end zone. Just take a knee. And that is a touchback since it went into the end zone. I don't know what happened. Him and Hernandez were both by it. I think each one of them thought the other one was going to catch it.
Hernandez cut in front of him, and I thought he was going to take it. And he was actually cut in front of Moduling to be a blocker, and Moduling thought the opposite. So,
yeah,
fortunately for the Panthers, it wasn't recovered in the field of play, and it rolled into the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Maury. That was just some crazy-looking play there. As you're looking at Moduling, he's ready to catch it. Next thing, just right by him. Everyone's looking at each other like, what's going on? So 9:37 to go. And Marsh is now in there at quarterback for Medina Valley, so they're taking Child out of the ball game here. They're going to hand the ball off this time, and Uvalde trying to strip that ball away. Good strong hands that time by the ball carrier to hold on to it, and there is a Medina Valley player down. And the trainer's going out there in a hurry, and while he's hurt, we'll take a quick break. You're listening to Panther Football, and we will continue in a moment.
Broadnet, tweet scores, schedules, and more. Tweet at MVBroadnet for MVBN.
QRC Health Mart Pharmacy is the pharmacy for Castroville. QRC Health Mart Pharmacy has an experienced staff with over 20 years of patient care, offering a full-service pharmacy for all of your prescription, specialty, diabetic, and over-the-counter needs, including free blood pressure monitoring and a convenient drive-through. Most major insurance companies and plans accepted. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday and 9 to 1 on Saturday. QRC Health Mart Pharmacy, here to stay. 408 Highway 90 West in Castroville. You're watching Medina Valley Football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
Whoever you're talking
We're
about,
back here at Panther Stadium, and players still down for the Panthers, and we can't release names, numbers, or anything like that, but still down on the field here. Hopefully we'll be seeing him get up here pretty quick, but you look around here, look at the Uvalde jerseys on the field. They wore white jerseys. You can't read the numbers on hardly any of them anymore. It's just one of those nights here. Sloppy field getting tore up worse and worse, and the injured player is up for Medina Valley, and he is coming to the sideline with a little bit of help. Hopefully he will be okay, but we'll get things back going here. It'll be 2nd down and 10 as there was no gain on that play. 9:25 to go in the ball game. Your score is 42-14. I haven't seen them continuously run the clock yet in this game.
No, you would think, but not this late, I don't think.
.9:14 to go. Marsh in there at quarterback. He will take the snap. They're going to hand the ball off up the middle this time with Morales, and he is going to get hit and brought down. They give him forward progress for a gain of 1. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 9.
Raul Flores leading the charge there for Uvalde.
The 3rd and 9 upcoming, 8:49 and ticking to go in the ball game. Medina Valley leading 42-14, well on their way to a 4-0
we talked
start
about
to district.
All the fresh numbers that are out there for the Panthers. Uvalde isn't substituting anybody because right now I cannot read hardly any of their numbers out there.
2 wide out here for Medina Valley. Marsh takes the snap, rolling left, looking to throw. Has some room. He's going to tuck it down and try to run it himself, and he's going to get a yard on the play. Decided nobody was open downfield, tucked it down, and it'll bring up 4th down, and Medina Valley's going to have to punt.
Number 34 on the stop there for the Uvalde Coyotes. That's Ryan Davila. Good job of open field tackle on Marsh as he broke out containment.
And so Child will get ready to punt the ball away here. That Martinez back deep for Uvalde.
This the first punt?
Medina Valley, yeah, it's the first punt of the night for Medina Valley. Good snap back to Child, no pressure, gets the punt away, and it's a pretty good one. Runs up, fumbles the punt. We'll see who recovered it. I think Uvalde did fall back on top of it. That was Martinez with the recovery. And he ran up on that, bounced off his chest, managed to recover it, and that will take over at the Medina Valley 49-yard line, 1st and 10.
And a whole new set of Panthers out there because I can read these numbers.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Some of the players in the game at the safety positions, number 18, Frankie Luna, number 14, Devin Stubing in there. Out here at cornerback, number 4, Brenton Romo. Number 16 in the ball game, Jared Marty. He's been playing, though.
Yep.
Isaac Moreno in the ball game. Out of the gun, Uvalde. 3 wide out to the right. 1st and 10 from the Panther 49. Hands the ball off. Valdez looking to come to the near side. Has some room to run up across the 45. Gets down to about the 42-yard line. They'll spot him at the 41. Pickup of 8 yards, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 2.
Jared Marty on the tackle for Medina Valley.
So 2nd down and 2 here. Uvalde right back to the line of scrimmage. 3 wide out left side. Martinez takes the snap, looking to run himself, getting stretched out, turns it upfield. He's got first down and a little bit more. Pickup of about 7 yards on the play, gets across the 35 and down to the Medina Valley 34-yard line, and it's 1st and 10 Uvalde.
Zach Hecker and Rivera on the stop there for the Panthers.
Martinez still in there at quarterback for Uvalde, and we've seen him run the ball 3 times since he's come into the ball game, all of them successfully. Rolling out, looking to throw this time, rolling out left side under pressure, throws across his body, complete. Up to number 4 for Uvalde. That's Matthew Avila on the reception, a pickup of 15 yards on the pass and catch, and it's 1st down Uvalde again.
Jeremy Martinez on the stop there for the Panthers.
Ball at the 18-yard line. Martinez out of the gun again. Takes a low snap, looking to run right side. Had his man fall down that was going to block for him, and he makes a man miss, cuts it upfield. What should have been a loss goes for a gain of about 4 yards, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Jared Marty had him in the backfield, but just could not wrap him up. Martinez fought through that tackle and got 4 yards. Now we have a Panther down once again.
Another player down for...
And that looks like cramps because he was trying to run off the field and then couldn't make it. He just sat down there.
Yep, and you never know in this mud. If you slip, you never know if you're going to pull something. Yep. You know, you can pull a hamstring, a calf muscle, anything. While he's down on the field, we'll take a quick break and give one of our sponsors another commercial spot here. And you're listening to Panther Football, and we'll continue here in a moment.
This is MVBN, the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn better than 3D Landscaping and Irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates, and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial, 3D Landscaping and Irrigation has you covered. Give 3D a call at 830-985-9115 or find us online at threedlandscaping.com.
You're watching Medina Valley Football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
We're back here at Panther Stadium as we are in the 4th quarter, 5:22 to play. Injured player up, walking off the field at the moment. Update on a couple of scores. Crystal City leading Divine 28-24 with 1:13 to go in that ball game. Wimberley ahead of Bandera 28-27 with 7 minutes to go. And get to some of the finals down here as we get ready to go. Throws incomplete is Martinez with 5:11 to go here. It'll bring up 3rd down and about 7 yards.
Good coverage downfield for the Panthers.
And so Uvalde with Martinez at quarterback will come back to the line of scrimmage here on 3rd down and 7. Martinez out of the gun. 3 wide receivers out to the left here. Martinez will take the snap, looking to throw off play action. Sets up, fires, deep left side, and he just overthrew everybody out of the corner of the end zone. It'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, that pass was thrown. Nobody was going to catch it. Good coverage downfield for the Panthers.
Dilly, a final, beat Natalia 6-0. Scored at the end of that ball game. Ain't that something? Hondo beat Poteet 20-14. That game is a final. A timeout taken here, and timeout brought to you by Peerless Equipment Company. And we'll go ahead and take a quick break. Panther football will continue in a moment.
Valley Broadcast Network on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at MVBroadnet and visit the official website at mvbn.net. Get the latest and join the conversation about all things Medina Valley sports. Come on, let's talk.
Tondre Gwynn Funeral Home in Castroville, Texas has been providing funeral services to families in the Medina Valley and surrounding areas for many generations. Tondre Gwynn Funeral Home is proud to support the broadcast by the Medina Valley Broadcast Network for the athletes and students participating in this event. Go Panthers! Tondre Gwynn Funeral Home, Castroville, Texas. You may view obituaries at Tondre, Tondre-Gwynn, Guinn.com, or visit the Facebook page of Tondre Gwynn Funeral Home to view funeral notices.
Back here at Panther Stadium on 4th down, Martinez from the gun, drops back looking to throw. Throws complete to a crosser coming over the middle, and he's taken down close to the first down, and we'll see where they'll spot him.
Stubing on the tackle.
It's going to be very
close.
Oh,
wow, that's a terrible spot.
And they are going to give Uvalde first down and goal, and they come right back to the line of scrimmage here. 4:45 to go. Martinez out of the gun, takes a low snap, looking over the middle. Now he's rolling out to his right, throws on the run. He's got a man wide open for a touchdown. So touchdown Uvalde on the pass and catch to make it 42-20.
That was Juan Amaya, number 14, on the reception. But they were aided on that 4th down by a pretty generous spot there.
Yeah, they
were. Looked like
Stubing
had him stopped at the 10, and they marked it all the way down to the 8.
Yeah,
I can see a little bit, but 2 yards? Oh, wow.
So Avila on to try to tack on the extra point here with 4:34 to go. Kick is up, and it is good. No good. Wide to the right. There is a flag down. I think it's going to be against Medina Valley, offside, so they're going to get to retry the point after. And, you know, we talked about Uvalde put up 28 against Tivy, but, you know, you don't know what kind of points those were. Uvalde's put up 14 here quickly, but against Medina Valley's second-team defense. You know, that might have been what they did there against Kerrville because the offense for Uvalde couldn't get much going against Medina Valley's starting defense. Avila ready. His kick is up, and this time he drills it through. So with 4:34 to go in the ball game, your new score, Medina Valley 42, Uvalde 21, as the Panthers have had their lead cut in half. We'll take a quick break. Panther football continues in a moment.
Like us, and you'll always get the latest on Panther sports and news from MVBN.
Weather in South Texas is unpredictable. That's why our neighbors in Medina Valley trust Four Winds Air Conditioning and Heating for residential and commercial service. Four Winds provides maintenance, repairs, equipment upgrades, and heat load calculations for new construction design and installation. Four Winds offers financing on anything over $300. Family owned and operated since 2006. Four Winds Heating and Air Conditioning. Call 210-892-2925 or on the web at number 4windsacandheat.com. You're watching Medina Valley football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
Back here at Panther Stadium, Uvalde cut the lead to 42-21 now. Avila ready to kick it away. Hernandez, the lone deep man. Medina Valley expecting an onside kick here. And it is a high end-over-end kick that's going to bounce, and Hernandez will pick it up at the 13-yard line, looking for some room, and brought down. I actually think that was Moduling back there making the play, and it was. Gets it up to about the 24-yard line, and that's where Medina Valley have it 1st and 10. 4:27 to go in the ball game. Medina Valley up 42-21. And the Panthers, you know, they're giving up 14 points here late in the fourth quarter, but it's against your second-team defense. Medina Valley, kind of what we thought, pulling out their starters. You don't want to get anybody injured.
Uvalde on defense still has their starting defensive unit out there.
Yeah, they sure do. Yeah, because you can look across the sideline. There are a lot of clean jerseys standing over there that have not been in the ball game yet. Marsh under center, takes the snap, hands it off up the middle, tackled for maybe a gain of a yard. We'll see where they spot him. Looks like he got back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. 2nd down and 10.
Julius Luna on the stop there for Uvalde, and they're going to mark a penalty.
Yeah, they are. Penalty. I didn't see a flag down on the play.
I never saw a flag, and I never saw anybody signal anything, but they're marking the Panthers 5 yards back.
It'll still be first down, so I'm guessing illegal procedure here, but they never blew the play dead.
No, the play was
First and 15, though. Lexi Nee bringing the play in for the Panthers. Marsh under center takes the snap. And that is a blown-up play in the backfield. They pitched it back.
Well, and you're running misdirection there, and you're trying to pitch the ball with a sweep on the wet part of the field. You just need to run north and south and not east and west here and just get upfield.
And that was
Medina Valley
Salas.
Tried to run sideline to sideline, and this sloppy field, it's just not going to work.
No, that was Salas on the carry. Lost a good chunk of yards there. It's going to bring up second down and 24. Loss of 9 on the play. Medina Valley back to the line of scrimmage here. Marsh out of the shotgun. They'll send 4 wide, 2 to each side of the formation. Marsh rolling out left, looking to throw, fires deep downfield, and it's over the head of Leggett, who Leggett misread that ball. He stopped to come back, and if he'd have kept going a few more steps, he'd had a good shot at it. Unfortunately, couldn't go up and get that ball.
Yeah, Marsh threw a pretty good pass there, rolling against his body. Threw it 40 yards downfield.
It's going to bring up third down and 24 here.
What that does is it stops the clock. Not that the Panthers are in any danger of losing this ball game, but setting up shop here if they don't convert for Uvalde, working on a short field.
Marsh out of the gun here. They'll send a man in motion from left to right. Marsh looking to throw with time. Fires. It's a screen. It's intercepted. Touchdown, Uvalde. Intercepted the screen pass for a pick 6, and it's 42-27. That was I couldn't tell. It was number 34, I believe, Taylor Weir, making the interception and the touchdown for Uvalde.
And the jerseys are so dirty, I couldn't see the number either.
I know it started with a 3.
Well, I'm trying to see who has been making all the tackles.
Well, there's either Herrera or Weir. Both of them are linebackers.
34 is out there too.
Yep.
Ryan Davila for the
Coyotes.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the wrong side of the roster. Taylor Weir. Yeah, Ryan Davila. 305. Avila on to try to tack on an extra point here. And that line drive kick is good. Somehow squeaked over the crossbar.
That looked like the Cleveland Browns kicker when he made that one in overtime for their first win that drew paint.
So now it's 42-28. 42-28 with 3:05 to go. And all of a sudden, an onside kick here.
It's a 7-point ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. It could get very interesting very quickly here.
But see, this is kind of a – if you haven't been here and you look at the score and say, wow, Uvalde hung with Medina Valley here. You know, Medina Valley only beat them by 14 points. Well, that's what the margin is now. You definitely weren't here and watching the game because it hasn't been this close.
No, it was 42-7 at one point in this game. And, you know, Uvalde's put up these 3 touchdowns with Medina Valley's second team on the field here. I think if Medina Valley had to go back and put their first team in here, they wouldn't be moving the football the way they are. Avila ready for the kick. Medina Valley expecting the onside. Moduling the only man deep for Medina Valley. Avila runs up, kicks an onside kick. It goes 10 yards, and it's fallen on top of by a Panther player at the 50-yard line.
Santos covered the ball.
And the Panthers will have it 1st and 10, and now you can just eat some clock here. And as Maury said earlier, don't run the ball east and west here. Get it north and south. Get you some yards, eat the clock, get a first down, and get this ball game over with.
Exactly.
And it looks like Alec Child and that first team's coming back out there. You got Gibson back into the ball game here. They want to seal this game here. They don't want it to get any closer. No wide receivers here. Masters and Gibson both back into the ball game. Child at quarterback. Child going to throw. Sets up, fires deep, has Leggett, makes the catch, and he's gone. Touchdown, Medina Valley. Throw and catch from Alec Child to Garrett Leggett, and they just put their first team back on there and say, look, you want to do this against our second team, fine, but we'll put our first team back out there, and we're better than you.
And that's what happens when you line 45 and 22 in the backfield.
Yep.
You've got to respect one with the power, one with the speed. Uvalde had all 11 guys in a box. Perfect play call.
Let me tell you guys something about the old rule of thumb with coaches. I've got my second team and my third team players in. If you're going to keep your first team players in, I'm going to put my first team players back in. And that's just what you saw right there. And we're going to go try to score. I've seen it too many times, but I guarantee you our coaching staff's a little upset that their first team kids were still in there.
Yeah, I see exactly what you're saying, Jeff. And Dawson Grove's extra point is no good, wide to the right. So your score with 2:52 to go in the ball game, Medina Valley 48, Uvalde 28. We'll take a quick break and come back. Panther football will continue in just a moment.
Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
Here at Medina Valley Broadcast Network, we love all sports. We currently broadcast football, volleyball, basketball, softball, and baseball. We not only serve Medina Valley, we also can broadcast other schools in the area in multiple sports. If your business is interested in having us broadcast a single game or a season, and you want to be part of the action, contact Jeff Stivers at 830-931-4504 or email him at jeff@mvbn.net. You're watching Medina Valley Football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
We're back here at Panther Stadium as we're in the fourth quarter, and Grove ready to kick it away. Kickoff brought to you by Royce Grove Oil Company and Exxons. And his kick is a high end-over-end kick. It's going to be fielded at the 23-yard line. Starts up field to the 30, 35, and he's taken down around the 37, 38-yard line. We'll see where they spot him, but that's where Uvalde will start first down and 10.
I'm just laughing at what Jeff said. Look who's going back on the field.
Yeah, that first team defense is right back out there. And I mean, Jeff had a great point there.
It's absolutely sportsmanship is what it is.
You're trying to get them out of here and say, we're letting some of our guys get some experience. We want to get you out of here. We don't want to run up the score.
But look at the clean jerseys now coming in for Uvalde.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they got the message.
That's the first-year head coach of Uvalde, too.
Out of the shotgun here. I believe it's Martinez still in there at quarterback for Uvalde. Takes the snap, looking to throw, has time, throws, incomplete, almost picked off.
Well, and you say Martinez in there, but what the listeners fail to mention is their starting quarterback has been knocked out of the game, so he's probably was their second or third option anyways, as he's been the running back until the quarterback got knocked out. So
Martinez back to the line of scrimmage here, second down and 10, 2:39 to go in the ball game. Takes a low snap, looking to throw with some time. Now he's getting pressured. He's going to have to step up, gets away from a few guys, but then Santos hold on. They're going to get him for a horse collar, I think. I thought he just had him by the jersey, which is legal. The only way you can horse collar is if you grab him inside the shoulder pads. Pulled him down, but I think they're going to call the horse collar against Santos.
But that's what they're going to march off, 15 yards against the Panthers.
I don't see the referee anywhere. There he is. He's on the far side of the field. Has still yet to make an actual call.
They haven't made one. We saw it, so we just...
And look, Uvalde's still huddled up at their own 35. The ball's at the Medina Valley 45-yard line.
Okay.
They did call a horse call.
Yeah. We didn't get a signal, but we saw it, so we assumed that's what it was.
So 4 wide here for Uvalde. Takes a low snap, Martinez. Looking to throw, steps up, runs into his own man, and he's going to get sacked back at midfield. Had nowhere to go with the football, and there you go. Medina Valley starting secondary in the ball game. Great coverage downfield. Nowhere for Martinez to go with the football. Just had to tuck it down and take the sack.
Give the sack to Steele Perry and Trace Ferguson there for Medina Valley.
So 2nd and 15 upcoming here. 1:48 and counting to go here in the ball game. Takes the snap. Martinez looking to throw. Sets up, fires deep right side, and that is caught or intercepted. We'll see what it is. Intercepted by Medina Valley. That is number 30 for the Panthers. Chris Lopez on the interception. Both players went up and had their hands on it. Lopez wrestled it away. Turnover. Medina Valley football with 1:32 to go.
I think that was the right call, Jared. I think Lopez had the ball first, and the receiver tried to wrestle it away from him. Good position by Lopez right there. And as you just said, you had your starters back out there because we'd seen enough of this comeback here by Uvalde.
Yeah, they put the starters back in there. They're not going to – I said –
And they're winding the clock now.
Yeah, and I had said that earlier. If the starting defense was out there, they're not going to move the ball that way, and they proved it right here. And the starting offense right back out there. Don't be surprised if Child airs one out here and tries to hang another 7 on him.
I hope not.
They're going to come out in Victor's formation.
Well, and they're running the clock even when we were on the sideline. So the officials know now that, hey, we need to get this game over with before somebody gets hurt.
Yeah. And they put a knee down here. And I think, did Uvalde take a timeout?
No, even if they did, they were rolling once the time guy up here to keep running the clock.
Yeah, he stopped it for some reason.
I guarantee you if they take a timeout, you can see wide open. They will throw it up.
So it'll be 2nd down here. Medina Valley will probably have to just put one more knee down here. It's a play clock 10 and counting. Game clock shows 37. And the Panthers put their knee down here, and that will be the last time they have to put their knee down. So the Panthers are going to improve to 6-1. They're going to improve to 4-0 in district play. Uvalde falls to 0-4 in district play, and their hopes of making the playoffs are just about thwarted with this loss here to Medina Valley.
Well, and with the Panther win and the Lockhart loss, this assures Medina Valley of a playoff spot.
Yep.
Now already.
You're exactly right.
But that's not what Medina Valley
has
in mind right now.
They have a district championship in their sights. And, I mean, you got a tough schedule ahead of you. You have Memorial this week coming up, but then you have Alamo Heights and Tivy. Alamo Heights will be here at Panther Stadium. The Tivy game will be at Tivy. But clock does show 0 here. Your final score, Medina Valley 48, Uvalde 28. We will take a break and come back to wrap things up. You're listening to Panther Football, and we will continue in just a moment.
We offer the most exceptional experience in sales and service. Shop our large new and pre-owned selection with complimentary maintenance on new vehicles, upfront posted pricing, 10-day trade-in appraisal guarantee, and a 48-hour return policy. Our factory-trained technicians will take care of you after the sale with easy menu pricing, courtesy vehicles, and a complimentary car wash with every service. Come see us at 1955 Highway 90 East or call 210-640-3184. Shop us online or schedule service at npchevy.com. Experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway.
MVBN.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Headed out to the game? Then make a stop at your local Valley Mart convenience store. With 12 area locations, Valley Mart is always right around the corner. Fuel yourself and your vehicle with quality branded gas and diesel, snacks, and fountain drinks. Always convenient, well lit with clean restrooms. Valley Mart, family owned and operated since 1984, and a proud supporter of Medina Valley athletics and area youth sports for over 30 years.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you. You're watching Medina Valley Football. This is the Medina Valley Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Panther Stadium. Your final tonight. Medina Valley wins their homecoming game here, 48-28 over Uvalde. Medina Valley 6-1 in the regular season, 4-0 in district play. Uvalde now 0-4. Good showing here from Medina Valley. I know that Uvalde came back late, but scoring against your second team. But this was all Medina Valley from the start. Their first 6 possessions of the ball game, just like against Kennedy last week. You got a big lead, took your starters out. They scored a couple of touchdowns. They wouldn't pull their starters out. Coach Sosa said, okay, you're going to do that. Get the message here. He comes in and throws a 60-yard pass to Garrett Leggett. And after that, I think Uvalde's coach got the message because there were a lot of clean jerseys that came in after that. And Medina Valley gets out of here with a 48-28 win.
Yeah, it was pretty much how we thought it was going to go. You know, we said that, you know, you can't let Uvalde hang around, and Medina Valley didn't let them hang around as they jumped out to a 14-0 lead. Uvalde closed it to 14-7, but then Medina Valley answered with 21 unanswered points and took the 35-7 lead into halftime. And then it was basically the second half, Medina Valley getting some new fresh players out there, getting some experience, getting ready for the playoff push, and getting ready for the district championship push with these last 3 weeks remaining. So you couldn't have wrote up a better script, Jared. It started out the way the Panthers wanted it to, and it finished the way the Panthers wanted it to.
Yep.
With the Panthers putting on the final points in the ball game.
Well, now, and I'd like to remind everybody that next week's game will be on Thursday night. It will be at Edgewood Veterans Stadium. It is a 7 o'clock kickoff. We will be on the air at 6:30. I'd like to remind everyone that on Tuesday night, the volleyball broadcast will be live here on the Medina Valley Broadcast Network. Dwayne Garza will be bringing you the action. We'll also have some video going on for that. And so tune in for that. And we'll also, I don't know if we're going to have a show next week. We didn't the last time it was on Thursday. If we do it, it will be from the press box here at Medina Valley during the freshman JV games. But we'll let everybody know on Facebook and Twitter later on if that's going to happen. The band getting ready to perform here after homecoming tonight. And looking ahead in district, Tivy, Alamo Heights all won tonight. Medina Valley still in a 3-way tie atop the district with those 3 schools. I believe that Tivy plays Alamo Heights next week. And that's going to be a big game in the district. Medina Valley with Memorial. Still got to play the game, but I don't expect Medina Valley to have a problem with Memorial next week.
Shouldn't. They
No.
shouldn't.
But the 2 games coming up after that are going to be big ones for Medina Valley. Alamo Heights will be here, and then Tivy on the road.
Playoff atmosphere for both of those 2 games.
Yep, I'd like to thank Juke's Meat Market one more time for putting together a big tray for the press box up here with some parisas, salami, dried sausage, cheese, things for everybody up here.
All of our sponsors also.
And I'd like to, and I also want to thank the rest of the sponsors, as always, for making it possible to bring you these games here on the Medina Valley Broadcast Network, because without y'all, we would not be able to bring you these games. And I'll read down the list of sponsors once here to recognize everybody. Our sponsors are North Park Chevrolet, Valley Mart and Royce Grove Exxon, Peerless Equipment Company, Security State Bank, Medina Electric, Double T Outfitters, the Community National Bank, 3D Landscaping, MV Pediatrics, Sammy's Restaurant and Havy's Bakery, Castroville State Bank, Hazel Russell State Farm Agent, Four Winds AC and Heating, Broadway National Bank, Tondry Gwynn Funeral Home, and the QRC Health Mart. As always, thank you to the sponsors for making it possible to bring you these games. So big game here tonight for the Panthers, now 4-0 in district. Game will be Thursday at Edgewood Veterans Stadium, 7 o'clock kickoff, 6:30 airtime. Be sure to tune in Tuesday night for the volleyball game. And I want to also give a shout-out to Brendan back at the KMAC Vype Studios for running that board there and hanging with us here tonight. And for Maury Stein and Jeff Stivers, I'm Jared Lucky saying good night, God bless, and we'll see you next week when Panther football continues.